have a vendetta against the Angel Next Door. It's dumb.
It's really
It's
bad.
dumb, but it looks so amazing. I look at that script and say that's not worth it. I wish some other show got this amazing, beautiful animation
Really?
across the board. Sorry, are any of you big fans of the Angel Next Door?
No, but I feel you. I feel you.
Sorry, bro.
I like the
raise their hand over there. Hold on.
He's just sitting here like, yeah.
You have a valid take.
Would you like to make a case for it?
No. hold on. You know
Well,
what?
I just say that to me.
I would actually, okay? And it is, these two probably know what I'm going to say.
It's trash, bro. It's hot trash, and you know it. No, that is hot trash.
You know what we do around here? You come for the plot, you stay for the titties.
It's not. They're not. No, it's not even that great.
Show the titties.
I mean, the jiggle physics.
Episode 1 didn't give us that much.
Okay, I haven't seen the anime.
It didn't.
I like the manga.
Oh, okay. It's going strictly based off the manga.
What's up, everybody? The collab that you guys been waiting for, Black Ramen Podcast, alongside with Anime Alchemist. So we're gonna go in a circle. We're gonna introduce everybody because just being nice, just being gracious. We're about to go ham. What's up, everybody? This is Chatty Patty, aka Madam Strawhat, aka this is my pirate ship, aka I am the celestial freaking dragon. And then we're gonna head it off all the way to what? The left, right? That's the left. Okay, go ahead, Derbs.
As you put in a direction, sure.
I love that.
What's up, everybody? This is Derby, aka Sexual Chocolate, here with everyone again, enjoying anime stuff. I guess we're going in the circle.
Hello, everyone. This is Sleepy Bree, T-Sippin' Bree, as always, and I'm sitting upright today since we are talking with friends. So why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Yeah, thanks for the introduction. So we are the Anime Alchemists Podcast. My name is Martine.
My name is Gary.
My name is Emery.
And we're very excited for this. This is going to be like a very, very fun conversation. I can already tell just from our banter beforehand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's gonna be a wrap. I can't wait.
Mhm.
It's gonna be well over 5 hours, Bree. Let's go.
God. Okay, then we got to start things off right away.
let's
So to
talk.
begin with, we're a little bit late since it's been a few days, like a week-ish, since the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. But as always, we are ready to come in and break it down. So we'll start with just another quick little intro to the Anime Awards and why this year was a little different in previous years. We mentioned this on a previous episode, but a lot of people, if they weren't paying attention, might be wondering, why isn't Chainsaw Man elected for anything? Anime Alchemist, was this something you guys noticed or were confused about?
Oh yeah, that was like
Oh,
the first
yeah,
question
we
we
were-
had.
That was my main
Yeah.
question.
It was like, well, where is it?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, so
I'm
we
confused.
swear.
Last year's. I was
Right?
like, last year's?
We had a
This is
whole
not something
phone
that had been
call,
happened
separate
before.
recording.
We did have a home phone call, right? We got scared. We was like, is Mappa okay?
They must not have paid their taxes either.
Stop it. You know you guys were gloating, because in case you guys don't know, we at Black Ramen were a little bit rolling our eyes at Chainsaw Man, so we were a little happy when we didn't see it.
Oh,
But
really?
what happened was, if you look deep into their rules, like you specifically go looking for it, this year Crunchyroll did something that in previous years we did not see any example of.
Mhm.
Instead of having a calendar year anime that came out January to December of 2022, they decided to start with the winter season, and ignore the fall season. So normally the fall season is the last one you
Oh.
see before the award season, since that's what
Yeah.
normally starts in about October and
great.
runs through December.
The correction. So it's the fall season. They started not with the winter, but the fall season of the previous year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Going
Oh,
over.
gotcha. So that's why
Exactly.
all the stuff
Exactly.
from this past fall season, like Chainsaw Man, Bleach, all that wasn't
Will
included.
be on next year.
Oh,
Everything that
okay.
ran October through December, starting in those periods, was ignored and will be on the award season coming up 9-10 months from now.
Oh, what the heck?
That doesn't even make
Exactly.
sense.
That's so weird.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
It is. It made no sense.
Because
When
like it's
it's
gonna be
not
such
prevalent
a,
now. What?
Yeah. And And like
Yeah.
a lot of people are gonna forget after like all the new stuff that happens this year, because
That's
we
what
are
I'm
getting
saying.
like, again, we're getting Attack on Titan, for example, the last 2 parts, hopefully. And
That's what you think.
Right?
There's money to be
man.
made.
Who knows? Maybe next year we'll be celebrating part 75, but who knows?
You already know.
But we have that. We have Demon Slayer coming out too. One Piece is obviously still going on too, and who knows? We might get more. We're supposed to be getting, I think, Solo Leveling this year, possibly too.
Yes, Solo Leveling
Yeah.
and Paradise.
Yeah. So there's
what
a
is it?
Hell's Paradise.
Hell's Paradise.
yeah, there's a lot of things that are gonna be coming out that I feel like might overshadow Chainsaw Man, especially if it's gonna be such a long time since it first came out. You know, which kind of sucks because Chainsaw Man did really good and it was hyped up and everyone was talking about it every single week. That and Bleach, in my opinion, were the ones like, you know, everybody was talking about everywhere on social
Right.
media.
Oh, bro, JJK is
Exactly.
gonna come out too.
And I totally forgot about Jujutsu Kaisen.
see?
Dang,
Look at
Chainsaw Man might have been crushed by this. For example, do you
Yeah.
remember all the shows that you watched in 2021 fall season?
No.
Because that's what this award season covered.
No.
Yeah.
no.
2021.
That's too
fall
far
season.
back. I can't.
Yeah.
I watched too much anime to remember that.
In a little
Yeah.
bit of a defense to them, is like, is it that far back? Because you already kind of do that with winter of every year. So every year is still just a full year. It's still the same span of time. It's just awkwardly cut up.
Yeah, I think it's just like the timing of it. It's an awkward place in my opinion, because when you compare it to like the Oscars, for example, you know, they do like the full year from like January
The
to
full
December.
year.
Yeah.
So like
The
I feel
full
like
year.
that's what most people think of when they think of the 2022 Oscars or Anime Awards or whatever, right? But if you're cutting off the last few months where some of the biggest, you know, animes come out, it's just a weird decision in my opinion. But yeah,
It is.
Right.
Crunchyroll.
Any conspiracy
definitely-
theories?
Crunchyroll definitely.
conspiracy theories.
all-
Yeah.
This is probably a good
Did someone
amount.
like sleep with the wrong person? Was this a specific ploy against Chainsaw Man?
Oh my god.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Huh. You think you what I'm thinking?
Quite interesting.
Oh my god.
You
That's
ready
actually
to
funny
know what's
because
not free for real?
I mean, they said they thinking of something. So what y'all thinking?
I don't know, because again, now
Okay.
that Chainsaw Man is in this current set, they've got a lot of big names to fight.
Oh yeah.
And like looking at the current winners of the 22 awards, I feel like Chainsaw Man could have taken some of them in that.
Some of
pool,
them.
Oh, hands
For
down.
sure.
Hands down.
right?
The opening, hands down.
Opening was
Oh,
one of the most iconic ones of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best animation. I've never seen a doorknob look so pretty in my life.
They would have
For no
given Demon
reason.
Slayer a
Best animation.
You're not wrong, honestly. Remember that like POV shot whenever they were like, I think it was what's her face, the eye patch girl. She was like going into the room, and we got like a camera shot from like her point of view, like walking through the room.
through-
Like, that was
Yes.
something so cool that I haven't seen
Yeah.
really in recent anime, and it stood out to me so much. I feel like it was more creative and cinematic in terms
Yes.
of like animation than anything else, and you can tell that it was very cinematic because the creator like referenced all these movies in the intro. You can tell he's a film buff.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Fiction. What else? It was like a bunch of movies.
It's
he
like
put
Pulp
in my
Fiction. What's that other one? Of course, when I needed
Shawshank.
Shawshank Redemption.
A lot
Oh,
of
yes.
there was a lot of Quentin Tarantino references.
Yes, yeah.
A lot.
A lot. That man
As
likes
long
his
as they didn't
feet.
put Django in it, I'm fine. As long as there was no Django in it.
Right, that supporting character.
Oh,
They could have also gotten that. But anyway, since we're already bringing up the awards, let's go a rundown of some of our favorites, least favorites that we loved. First of all, I am psyched at the anime of the year. Like, anyone else excited or impressed
No.
by that?
I didn't watch it, so I really don't have much of an opinion on it. That's one that I did not really get a
To
chance.
put it like a wise man once said, David, you don't need more enhancements. I need more enhancements. And that wise man was him.
Yeah.
Before we move forward, I just want to let it be known. If you guys missed it, you can go to Crunchyroll app and look at the awards.
Oh.
Crunchyroll pulled out the red carpet for this one. The tables was white. They had every single utensil for eating on the, like, it looked beautiful. Candles were lit. They had an orchestra. They had celebrities. They even had one of the stars from Stranger Things, a Wrestling Federation women's division She was there. I forgot her name, but she had mad Demon Slayer tats.
Oh,
They
that's
had
cool.
so many people up there. I was waiting for Oda, but then I
Oh,
realized
for
he
real.
would never bless us with his presence that
Nah.
No, not like
They're
that.
not there
Oda
yet.
is busy.
Yeah, for
Right?
real.
He is
Got
busy.
better shit to do.
Yeah, they had some streamers there too. I think I remember seeing like Valkyrie. She was one of the presenters too for one of the
Mhm.
awards.
Yes.
So that's like a pretty big deal too, because it's the Crunchyroll awards, you know, but you're getting people in a completely different genre, you know, like streaming, video games, all that stuff. So you really start to see like that mix of industries, kind of, sort of, and using big names like Valkyrie and all of them. And I think it was Saikuno was the other one. I thought it was really cool. You know, I haven't seen that before.
Right. It
Yeah,
felt
it was-
like a proper award show.
Mm-hmm.
It
Like
looked
I know
really
COVID made some of the other years a little bit difficult, but
Sure.
since it came out, it was always like a little cutesy thing, that the kind of thing you would expect to be watching on Twitch for the award
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
Not to knock it, but like, yeah, it made sense. It's very small niche, but this, it felt like a proper industry award.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And animation deserves it. I think we all remember, was it the Oscars last year when someone was presenting the animation category and she said some ignorant line like, it's for kids to enjoy and parents
Oh
to
my
endure.
God. That pisses me off so much.
That
Like,
pissed me off so much. I was like, who this bitch?
like people,
Right?
How does she say that? Who wrote these lines?
people that still go around saying that animation or anime is made for kids, just like you can tell that you haven't even tried to get into it,
Bullshit.
because
Goku.
there's some mature content out there that's like solely animated that you can really only do in an animated format. Like trust me, a kid should not be
Cannot
watching
show your
Attack on Titan, in my
children.
opinion.
Anime was never meant for kids.
Yeah, that's
Goku
true.
Never.
slapped Bulma on her hoo-ha.
Where's your balls?
That was like the first or second
Great
episode.
Yeah, true. True.
This is
That's a
our
good way to put that, bro.
Goku just walks around with his, you know, with
He
with
just
his
lets it
goodies
all-
out,
he
with
just
his
lets
with
it
his
all go.
family
With his
tools.
Dragon Balls.
with his Dragon Balls and his power
Oh,
balls.
yes, that's true too. But
It
I
was
think it's
never
only a
meant for
Western
it.
thing. I think it's only a Western thing where they won't really consider anime anything but just children.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
because of Disney, to be honest. Like, you think of animation, you'd probably think of Disney movies and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, it's up for
Mm.
kids. Or like Nick,
Mm.
Cartoon Network, all that stuff.
like
Like,
that.
yeah, of course, there's animation for kids, but even if you go way back, like if you start looking at the history of animation, a lot of the early animation was actually set and like geared for adults because it was more of like that kind of like slapstick comedy, but with mature themes, and it was essentially like geared for adults because they could do things that weren't as conventional to do in a live action. And then they started seeing like that it started taking off, and you know, it kind of developed into more of like a kid friendly thing with like Disney and Pixar and all that stuff. And now I feel like we're finally coming back to the way it was, where it's a lot more of it is more mature with shows like Family Guy, you know, Futurama,
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty, like all this stuff. You do see like more mature animation in the West. I think it's just a matter of time before like the Japanese animation collides with the Western, which is it's already kind of happening, and it's just gonna be
Right.
embraced everywhere, in my opinion.
I can't
Hopefully,
wait for
we can
that.
only
Matter of
hope.
time.
Yeah.
But
So-
back to the awards themselves.
Right, yeah.
Right.
So,
I
so
love
y'all
this
haven't
movie.
watced Cyberpunk,
I
No,
have
no,
not.
no, I've seen it.
I have
Yeah.
not.
So is
So
okay, and you don't think it deserved the best anime of the year?
No. Question:
Really?
Are you tainted by playing the video game first?
No.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also didn't play the video game, but I really thought. Well, I'm also biased. I love short 12-episode series because you can fit so much in with the intense pacing.
Mhm.
And I thought it did a great job laying it out. I love Studio Trigger, so the way that they kind of dialed back some of their over cheesiness
Mhm.
for it, I thought it worked really well. So
I-
who would you have nominated instead of Cyberpunk?
Summertime rendering.
Yeah. Oh my god.
They had no shot. They had
Bruh.
no chance because Disney screwed it so
Yes.
They
hard.
did.
Yes.
They
They did.
did. It was
I the
locked
only
away.
person watching it.
Summertime rendering is amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
Oh,
it. I love it. Animation, beautiful, storyline, impeccable. The gore.
No spoils.
That-
I still have a few episodes left to get to, but it is amazing. But with the
first
way the
episode.
awards are set up, it had zero chance because not enough people had seen it. At this point, because
That's
anime is
true.
so accessible through official platforms,
Mhm,
that the amount pirating it has started to go down.
mhm.
Right.
So with hundreds and thousands of millions of views going into Crunchyroll, Hulu, HBO even has
Netflix.
some.
Yeah.
The ones who are
Netflix
specific
giving up on
rating
Netflix jail.
and voting
Netflix
for
jail.
summertime, have no chance. In fact, was it even nominated for anything?
No.
Probably
No.
not. No.
No.
Which
No.
sucks.
And it wasn't a fall anime, was it?
No.
No, I think
Okay.
they
I
released
think it's
it.
summer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Really
yeah.
official
Like it was,
summer,
it was
yeah.
at the start of the
It'd
summer.
be
No,
funny.
it
When
could've
did
been
Summertime
earlier.
Render come
It's
out
just-
in the winter?
It's just been behind Disney Plus forever, so I
Yeah.
can't be sure.
Mm-mm.
Dang. Okay, Patty, what's the next category?
The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is anime best anime character design. So
I have feelings about
on,
this.
Wait, who won?
That's-
Who-
I know,
who won that
sorry.
one?
I
of course
Demon
Demon
Slayer.
Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
but they
Not
beat
that Demon
Gojo.
Slayer didn't deserve it. I just feel like it's a weird category because so many anime come from the manga.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So like, if it's best character design for the anime, but the
Wouldn't it
anime
just
didn't
be like
design
best artwork? I guess like manga artwork essentially, because it's
Or
based off of
Yeah.
that,
drawn
right?
Characters, really? Yeah.
Well,
it just feels like
No,
a
but there's
weird
some-
category in general.
There's
Yeah.
some animes that are like original animes that don't
Exactly.
have a manga
that
as
I
a source.
respect.
Yeah, if they
That
if
I
they
respect
had
for it.
only animes like that in this category, it makes sense.
Mm.
Mhm.
Who won?
Another thing, it was Demon Slayer that won.
Oh,
And
Like-
they
Slayer.
won against
that
Dress Up
doesn't
Darling,
make sense.
King's Ranking, Spy Family, JoJo, and Cyberpunk.
And out of those, I think Cyberpunk is the only original
course you would.
anime.
Of course you would. Of course you
No,
would.
I'm just putting out of
I'm
original.
not-
All
it
the
is-
others
it
had
is,
source
though.
material that
It
the
is.
designs came from.
Yeah.
100%. No, I completely agree.
Mm-hmm. It was
Unless
very
that includes like
unique.
motion design. Like the
That's
animators
fine.
do add a lot to
Mhm.
the design and aesthetic of a character, but they do also have a lot of source material to work with.
And
True.
there is a best animation category, so
Yeah, and
that
that's
where
the
that
thing. You
should
have a
go.
best animation category, and that's best like animated character or like character design. Like that is kind of a not
Like, it should
weird
be
topic.
like a
but-
specific character, what I would think. And like, if you're gonna say there's like, okay, who Tengen?
Mm.
Yeah, maybe like leave it to one specific character design or something. That could
Good
be
point.
interesting to.
Right. That, honestly,
name
when I
them
hear
like
when
that,
I hear the
actually.
name of that category, I assume it's to a specific character, not an.
not the show.
Nope.
Not an
overall.
It's
entire-
nominated for the whole show.
That's so
whole
stupid.
show.
Guess it just be
Character
like
Wait,
the
it
most
would kinda
consistent
make
character
sense.
design.
It would kind of make sense to see how like character are designed across the series of the anime. Because I get it,
Yeah.
One Piece characters have very specific kind of design. It's
Mhm.
totally easily to differentiate from other types.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that makes
Incredibly
sense. It's
wacky
just-
or super badass. There's no in between.
No in between.
I'm trying
Oh.
to think of an in between character. I got nothing.
None. None.
There's gotta be
Eva.
one. Nope.
So-
Is incredibly
Also-
wacky and supremely badass.
Who won best animation?
Demon Slayer.
Okay,
Demon
hold on,
Slayer.
hold on. Best animation.
Come on, guys.
Come on, that was not a
That's the,
question.
that's the next category. I'm glad you said that. So the best animation, of course, was Demon Slayer by Ufotable not paying taxes for 2 years in a row. So against
Do well.
the sailor uniform, Akubi's sailor uniform.
That could
they
be.
won-
Oh,
Yeah, I
that one
thought
was-
Yeah.
that should have had some love, but
I mean,
Not enough.
you know,
Demon Slayer.
that was a beautiful animation. That was a beautiful animation. Attack on Titan, final season part 66. It went apart Cyberpunk and King's Ranking Core 2.
I like
And,
Ranking of
Spy
Kings
Family.
personally. I thought they looked fucking cool.
We loved it until the last
amazing.
3 episodes.
Until the last three
Last three
episodes.
episodes. But that's
I
something else.
would
We're talking about animation specifically. None
Animation.
of us
Okay.
can. None of us can say that Ufotable didn't deserve it. The animation of Demon Slayer
It was beautiful.
is
It was
well
beautiful.
known. It's
Mhm.
famous. It's absolutely incredible. And I really think that Chainsaw Man would have been the only one to really give it a run for its money.
Bleach.
Yes.
I don't know. I was gonna
Bleach
say.
was
Really?
insane.
Oh, Bleach was
Really?
every single episode was beautiful. I cannot think of an
yes.
episode that didn't look good in my opinion.
was-
And if I had to pick between Bleach and Chainsaw Man in terms of animation, I'm giving that to Bleach.
Bleach.
100%.
Mm.
But it wasn't even nominated.
Because
Oh,
it was part
it
of the
was
fall
fall.
season. That's
Well,
why,
okay,
yeah.
next year.
Next year.
You know,
Next
in like
year.
9 months. But you know, for
Next year.
animation, I feel like the overall quality of animation in the anime community has risen so much. I always point this out that now anime who don't even deserve animation that good are looking that gorgeous.
Mhm.
I have a vendetta against the Angel Next Door. It's
This
dumb.
season, it's really
It's
bad.
dumb, but it looks so amazing. I look at that script and say that's not worth it. I wish some other show got this amazing,
I have the
beautiful
manga.
animation
Man.
and across the board. Sorry, are any of you big fans of the Angel Next Door?
no, but I feel you. I feel you.
Sorry, bro.
I like
Somebody
the
raised their
manga.
hand over
I
there.
like
Hold
the
on.
He's just sitting here like, yeah.
You have a valid take.
Would you like to make a case for it?
No. Hold on. You know
Well,
what?
I just say
would.
that to me.
I would actually.
Okay.
Okay, and it is. These two probably know what I'm gonna
It's
say.
trash, bro. It's hot trash, and you know it. No, that is hot trash.
You know what we do around here. You come for the plot. You stay for the titties.
It's not. They're not. No, it's not even that
Even
great.
Show the titties.
I mean, the jiggle physics.
Episode 1 didn't give us that much.
Okay, I haven't seen the anime.
It didn't.
I like the manga.
Oh, okay. It's going strictly based off the manga.
Still
That's fair. Well, it's
trash.
not
The
amazing
premise is
animation. I just
trash,
say that
bro.
to
She
me.
cleans his apartment because he's bad at
Umbrella.
cleaning.
Umbrella?
Because he showed her one small act of kindness.
Move on.
What do you really need
Real-
that wishful fulfillment?
You're real quiet over
Sorry,
there, huh?
sorry.
But that's just to say the
Man, it's
overall
cool, man.
animation quality.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
across
the
board
animation
raises
looks
each
great.
season.
I can't believe you
Story's
picked it up.
trash.
So I don't believe come next January there won't be a few more anime to rival Chainsaw Man.
If they
without the
remember them.
Award.
That's why I'm
If
so
they remember-
curious. I'm curious about the next year's awards because then you're really including Chainsaw Man, you're including Bleach, you're including still One Piece because I know it's gonna have some crazy animation this year. Y'all know,
Oh,
for
of
example.
course.
That's all I'll say
Of
about that.
course.
And
Yes.
then what else?
More Attack on
Jujutsu
Titan.
Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen, and then Attack on Titan. Like
Yes.
you know, all these big names will have
Kaiju
solid
number 8
animation.
coming out.
Kaiju number
Oh,
8.
I'm so
I'm
excited,
excited for that, bro.
Yo,
I can't
Chainsaw
wait.
Man is done.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
It 100% it's gonna get swept under the rug because all these other bigger yes, it's Chainsaw Man, but it was Chainsaw Man Part 1. It's gonna be competing up with Attack on Titan Part 3,
The
Subsection
finale,
Beast,
essentially,
you
yeah.
know, and then second season of Jujutsu Kaisen. If you've read the manga, nobody's fucking ready for that.
Yeah.
Right
Nobody.
now
is.
we are.
Right.
No,
You're right.
like.
It
But-
will change your life. You're gonna.
So,
And I'm not dumb enough. He keeps hyping it up. I know whatever's gonna come out of One Piece, it's gonna break the fucking internet for at least a week.
of course. Praise Oda, if I didn't
Praise
say it
Oda.
earlier. You know what I mean?
Right, which brings us. Is that the next category?
The next, yes, it is. I love this.
Guys, I am so excited that this. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. That this is the first time we've seen the continuing anime category.
Yeah, I think
I'm
so.
not paying
And I
attention.
am so happy that that is there because one, it's a little more fair because a lot of times, based on just the way the awards work, whoever has the biggest fandom has the advantage, as we've seen based on like 3 anime pretty much sweeping this season.
Mhm.
But with this category, it really is a fairer playing field. And let's all be honest, it's the One Piece category. It's the One
No,
Piece award.
I mean, yeah.
for
What
every
was,
Crunchyroll.
what was gonna compete with it? Boruto?
Right.
What,
They
My Hero?
tried. They tried.
I mean,
think
Attack
Boruto
on
really
Titan
did
could try it. That's about it.
Even then, Attack on Titan only has a few
going
more
forever.
seasons.
Right.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, that's an insult. We are not fandom. We are a church of Oda.
Mhm.
I just want to
Oh,
say
we
that.
Spread the
Oh,
good
praise.
word of Oda.
Okay.
Praise Oda.
What I'm
Have
hearing
you
right
read
now
chapter 67 today? Now, let me stop. Go ahead.
is we're in contacts with the cult, the One Piece cult leader in Washington.
We're the
he-
ones down here in
in,
Houston.
in Houston, Texas. We got that whole and apparently you guys got it covered in New York. So
Of course.
oh, okay.
All right, we're forming a network slowly.
Of the cult hubs.
By the time I die, this will be a religion.
One Piece is one of the very few openings that everybody can sing and they don't have to speak the same language.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay, like,
That's
it's
a
crazy.
good point.
Are you crazy? Like, that's how I start off every karaoke session.
Oh, that's great.
Nice.
Okay, wait. Next,
That's pretty
next
good, that's pretty
category.
good.
Yeah, for real. Before we go on the full blown One Piece tangent,
Right.
Yes, it's terrible. The next category we have, this is mine. I'm taking this. This is best anime opening. And you guys know I love openings. And you know who won this one? Of course, Attack on Titan. Sim. Shout out to Sim. I love Sim. They rock. The reason I
shit's
love
good.
Sim so much, they sung this live at a music festival and the dude bit his hand. I said, we're dying. We're dying.
Oh shit!
Oh, I'd be terrified if I see him go like that. I'm like, we're gonna die.
Nope, we're done. We're done. Let's go out.
It's a wrap. I'm glad
I'm
I'm in
getting
paradise.
PTSD all
You know
over
it's
again.
paradise.
No, that
But
shit
it
was
was great.
great. That opening was
It was
so
beautiful.
iconic, and I
Beautiful.
when you do exclude like the Chainsaw Man opening, because like obviously it was in the fall category, then I can't think of another one that was as iconic.
Oh
and
my
that I
God.
wanted to watch every single time.
dude, what?
Yeah.
What about you?
I fucking love Spy Family's openings.
Okay, but that's the exception. No, I fucking did love
sorry.
Spy Family's
Okay,
opening.
okay.
That was
Now,
amazing.
in my
the first
defense,
one especially.
We all know, like, I'm a violent man.
Yes, he is. If you don't
I'm
know.
a very aggressive
Yeah,
individual.
his slogan is what
Death,
is
destruction, domination.
Yes. We should get
There
that.
it is.
But
I
like,
think Aaron said that.
Very agorist.
Oh yeah, if there's he's the fucking flock of the group.
yeah,
he is the flock.
100%.
Right. Look, Aaron did nothing wrong. Everyone knows that. Nothing wrong. And he said sorry.
And he
ain't
said
even have
sorry.
to- he ain't even have to apologize. He did it anyway.
No, but you're right. The Spy Family intro was very, very good. It's actually the same guys that sung the opening for Tokyo Revengers. So they're a big
Oh,
group.
I thought it sounded familiar, like the
I
voice.
Yeah.
personally
Okay.
vote for your boy Kong Meng, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta
I
bring
can't
that up.
win that
I
one.
am a little bit annoyed. I would definitely give best opening to the Rumbling, fine. But I'm a little annoyed at the Rumbling because did they really have to take the best song category? There were 2 music anime.
Oh yes,
It
that's
beat out. It
true.
missed your. It beat out your boy Kong Ming for best song, and it beat
That was
out
a good
One
song.
Piece Red for best song. Like
Oh,
it's good.
oh,
It deserved an
sad.
opening, but did it deserve best song?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I don't think I would have given it both. Maybe like best opening, but the song, like One Piece Film Red, for example, that was amazing.
That song
It's such a good soundtrack.
trending for months. It's still trending.
Yeah, no, for
Yeah.
real.
Like,
One of the best like anime movie soundtracks that I've heard, at least.
It was absolutely incredible. It was a musical. I didn't go in thinking it was going to be a musical, but it was a musical.
And it
And
was
the
great,
Rumbling
yeah.
beat it out. And I don't know if y'all saw your boy Kong Meng, but it also had some great songs.
I
heard
didn't
it.
see it. No. I have to check that out.
It's a fun time.
It's
One of those reverse isekai.
that's
Yeah,
bullshit, bro.
yeah, he's like thrown into current time.
Oh, yeah.
Does
Yeah.
Amelie read or sing all the?
She did. So
That is a bunch of fucking bullshit.
not
then.
for the official movie. In the official
Oh.
movie for the dub, it's still the Japanese versions, but she did go back and like, you know how she does anime
Yeah.
covers, right? She actually went through and did like an English cover for all of the songs as Uta because she's the voice actress.
Whoa,
and
whoa,
she did
whoa, whoa,
really
whoa.
good.
Say that again for me.
For
So-
Amelie.
There's an English version of all the One Piece Red songs.
Yes.
by
So if
the
you don't
same
know,
singer?
Amanda Lee or Amelie, she's a very, very big like she's a YouTuber. She started off kind of doing the anime opening covers in English, and she's phenomenal. She has a beautiful singing voice, and she's done any anime you can think of. She's a voice actress. She's also a VTuber. Like she does a lot of stuff in the anime world.
Love
right?
her.
I love her. She's so funny. And she was cast as the English dub voice for Uta in One Piece Film Red. For that, obviously throughout the movie, she's like talking, you know, and everything's in English, but all of the songs, even in the English dub, are still done in Japanese, which I kind of
Which is
do
fair, 'cause
prefer
that-
because it's
that
the
woman
original.
killed it.
It
Yeah.
wouldn't have worked, I think, but she actually like on her own, since she does anime covers, she went and did those English covers for maybe not all of the songs, but at least the big ones, and like her renditions of them. They are amazing. You guys have to check them out, honestly.
I know what I'm doing the rest of my
Yeah.
life.
That's the next thing we're doing.
Yeah,
once we
no,
get
so
off.
shout out to her. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and that she
amazing.
lost again. The Rumbling is an amazing song, killer opening, perfect for Attack on Titan. But I'm a little sad that it also took over the best song category.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, I kind of agree.
Mm.
I mean, can you though? I mean, the dude bit his hand. Did you see the music video?
I know, I know.
Yo, my guy.
But
Like, what?
I'll give best action to an action series. I want to give best music to a music series.
Listen, anytime you playing a guitar, drums, any instrument, and you dodging feet, you fire. Yo, it was just amazing. I was like, who told them they could do this? Did Mappa come in this? I was just
Fine, next category.
all right, the next category is the best ending sequence, right?
Mhm.
So who won that? I forgot who won
think
that. Who
Spy
won
Family.
that?
My family.
My
Spy
family.
Family. Oh, I love the. And he
I-
had the green
yeah.
suit on.
I'm 100% okay with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with
Right.
that.
I don't think I skipped a single outro
No
for that
notes.
shit.
Uh,
'Cause I think
Nah,
both parts are
Although
great.
let's give a fun mention to Comey Can't Communicate because that was also pretty good.
oh yeah.
But yeah, it was deserved. Spy Family did get that.
Mhm.
All right, I let.
Does
I let
anybody
that
does anybody else miss like One Piece outros?
I do miss the One Piece outros.
It's weird how they don't do those anymore.
I know, right?
I was
How
like,
long
who
has it
stopped
been?
this?
I barely remember.
I know.
It's been that long. It's been a really long time. But I remember, I think it was around like
Wow.
the Skypiea or Water 7 era. Like there was one that I really
Just
liked. I couldn't tell you the name of it, but
I don't know if maybe like when I fully started, I was already like trying to binge, so I just jumped right through.
Oh.
To be continued showed up, and I'm like, I gotta go.
That's my next one.
Like, yo, I have 500 episodes to catch up to. I was already skipping class. Like,
my man.
Gary relates to that.
Yeah, very much so.
You do what you got to do for the worship. I got you.
I mean, you know.
All right, so coming up right now, I think we have some delectable anime news that we can't wait to hear from you guys. So what's up? What's popping? What's good?
Miguel.
Okay, well, I don't know if y'all knew about this, but Demon Slayer was doing a world tour, and they were premiering like it was advertised as a movie, but they were premiering the first episode of the Swordsmith Village. That's finished, and they made $35 million.
Oh,
Wait. To clarify, one episode, tell me it's at least an hour long. Or did people really buy tickets for 23 minutes?
They literally bought tickets to watch the last 2 episodes of the last season and the first episode of the next season. That's all they paid for.
No, I'm not gonna lie. My cousin called me like 2 hours ago saying, hey, there's this movie in the theater. I'm trying to get through Demon Slayer. What order do I watch the movies? Can I go see the movie, or do I have to finish the current season yet? And I said, nah, finish the season. I'm so glad I have to call him back right after this movie.
Yeah, and be like, hey, by the way.
By the way, do not
We just
spend
learned
money
something
on
extra.
Yeah, y'all got scammed, Demon Slayer fans.
But I think that
Sorry.
they were advertising it as that, like, they were gonna show some of the previous ones. That's what I've seen. I can't confirm or deny it, but that's just from what I've seen online. That like they didn't necessarily scam people. They did let them know, like, hey, we are showing the ending of the last one, and then just like the premiere.
Bro, and that's like the power of the fucking internet, though, man. Is that like it was climbing when it was first like doing its tour. But then like once it got to America, and everybody, you know, Americans are just dickheads. You know, just started talking about like, if you want to go see the Demon Slayer movie, don't waste, you know, $20 to watch, you know. And then it just spread around, and then I think immediately once it hit the US, it just tanked.
Really?
I mean, you say that,
Sorry,
bro.
I feel like
Demon
that's
Slayer
fair.
is
I'm not
also gonna
paying $20.
Okay, fair enough.
No,
I think
for an
realistic
hour
is
of recap and
Yeah,
then
I
20
can wait.
minutes of material.
I can wait.
I'll wait.
I think Demon Slayer is also gonna have a problem if it ever tries to do a movie again, especially with what happened last time when they just cut up the movie into 7 parts and put it out as a season.
Yeah,
Like, a few months later.
exactly.
Like, well, what are we doing?
That's not how you want to do an anime movie anymore, especially if you're just recycling material. I feel like that's kind of cheap for fans. I get it after the series is out, and then you let them know, by the way, we're having this like marathon screening. That's fun.
Yeah.
But doing it the reverse way, it feels like a money grab.
Yeah, 100%
Yeah.
money grab.
I think they were a little more transparent in Japan because the first 3 days, the opening box office days, it made 8.7 million in Japan, but in America it made 10 million.
Wow, really?
And like Demon Slayer is huge in Japan.
Yeah.
Of course. But let me just say this. And we go on about Ufotable all the time. We know, everybody knows Ufotable. We made it a joke. If you guys don't know, if you're just tuning in, Ufotable is the same studio that did the Fate series. Every year they do a Fate series. What ends up happening? They get audited. Why? Because they don't pay taxes. Why? Because the animation is amazing, right? Why you're that greedy? I'm gonna tell you something. It doesn't make any sense. You already pocketed the money. Now you scamming the US to get more money. There's nothing more I could put on your book, sir. There's nothing. You understand?
He's
how
doing
you still
everything.
us.
Oh, shit.
And if you know what, we're still gonna give him money. We're still
Yeah, I
gonna give
mean,
him money.
yeah, it sounds like there was a little bit more. Like we had to shake you upside down. Some coins came out. Look at that.
Right? And because we all do know already that the animation is movie quality. It is movie
Mhm.
quality
I mean, it
animation
is.
in the series.
Agreed.
So if they just, I don't know, not necessarily more clear, but if they released it first and said, by the way, if you want to see this quality on the big screen, people would still line up to pay money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just be like
Just be
super
transparent
transparent
about
about it. Don't be shitty. Come on.
Yeah.
Then you really do look bad, and it 100% makes it look like a shitty money grab, you know, that you're still going to get, unfortunately, because people love Demon Slayer. Like, unfortunately, it's too big of a name. People are still going to go.
So what else you got first, Gary?
Of course.
Yeah.
Boruto is ending part 1 March 26th, and they've already announced that they're working on part 2.
Maybe it'll be better.
Excited when you said ending.
I was really excited when you said Boruto
Yeah.
is ending.
And then he
Thank
said part
God.
1, and I was like, dang,
They
still going.
It's
It's
All
like going
right,
on a
well,
hiatus, right?
let's see
for
what
a while.
happens.
they end part
doing
1
like
just
a
to
time skip?
introduce.
Part 2. Oh,
Oh.
oh, okay. So no. So Apparently, they're also going to be coming out with 4 new episodes of anime for the Naruto anime to celebrate
Naruto
the
anime that
25th.
ended?
The OG.
Yeah, the OG. So they're animating 4 new episodes,
Bless you.
new, of OG Naruto in celebration of the 20th anniversary of its screening on TV for the first time. So
Wow.
Is this material that was in the manga? Are they gift bagging us more filler?
I don't
Does
know. I
Naruto
don't
really
know.
need to make more filler?
I feel
I
like
don't
it's
know,
filler personally.
But the voice actors for Sasuke and Naruto were like, a couple weeks back talking about and like making noise online about they want to make more Naruto content, right? So they might treat it like, kind of how Demon Slayer treated stuff, but doing it right. So like make it movie quality and then chop it into
Yeah.
TV episodes.
That's
I mean, they've done that in the past for Naruto Shippuden. So I'm hoping that's what we'll get, but we're getting more Naruto.
I feel like I have like 2 very like distinct thoughts about that. I'm excited because we could get really cool animation for OG Naruto. Like, did you guys see that the anniversary recap where it like recapped all of OG Naruto and Shippuden? It went viral on TikTok
it was
a
just
few
like
months back.
it was just a 15
Mr. Beast
minute.
was going crazy.
Yeah, it literally caused
Really?
Mr. Beast. Yeah, it caused
Yeah.
Mr. Beast to freak out, and he was like, "How much would it cost to
reanimate.
reanimate the entire series like this?"
Yeah, we'll send you guys a
Naruto
link for it
and
later on. It's super cool.
It's phenomenal.
It's like
It
a
is-
whole like 20-minute video, and it literally recaps from like episode 1, all of like the major moments of OG Naruto, then goes into Shippuden, and it has like the music soundtracks for like Bluebird and all of like the OG songs that we all love and stuff, but reanimated in like newer quality, and it looks super
It's
good.
phenomenal.
So on that side, I'm excited because if we get something similar to that, it would be really cool to see Naruto animated again, but in like updated animation. The other part of me is sick of hearing about Naruto. I'm genuinely tired of Naruto. With Boruto, I'm tired of like the Sasuke Retsuden stuff that when he was fighting dinosaurs, the fuck, like my guy tried to use a Sharingan on a dinosaur. I saw that and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Eyes are on the side of its head.
I see.
The quality, I don't know if you guys know this, but the quality of it was so bad, they reanimated an extra arm on Sasuke.
Oh,
He grew his arm back.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, in one of the last episodes that Boruto released, there's like a shot. I think it's literally just like
He's in
one
like in
quick
front of a
frame.
window. It's one quick frame, and you're like,
And
that's 2 hands.
he has
Well,
2
maybe
hands.
they'll give it a break. It might come back
This
better.
is why they need to stop. They need to not necessarily like end it all fine, but I am glad that they're splitting up for a part 2 because I'm sorry, I have not watched Boruto, but I've heard it's mostly filler. They
been a
created
year.
the series without knowing what they want to do with this series.
Look,
They just wanted to continue
I
Naruto
was-
and make money off of it.
Yeah.
I was
So I
fine when
want
they
them
made
to
the movie.
stop and figure out what they want to do with it.
I was fine when they made the movie for Boruto. I was like, oh,
Loved it.
what are they doing now?
Get it.
Sure. I'll watch that. I love that. And then they said they're making the show. I'm like, okay, maybe it's like only 20 episodes. I got,
Still
I think,
going.
70 episodes in. And then I was like, yeah, they're not doing anything new.
Yeah.
Same.
Like, no, I really wanted to give it a shot. I tried. And
It's another case of reuse, recycle.
Exactly. Yeah. I would hope that they take this break to just, let the manga continue, let it do its thing. And then when you come back, stop giving us filler. Give me interesting content. Like, I think I would actually care if it followed the manga because I've only really heard good things about the manga overall.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not going to be as good as OG Naruto. Most spin offs and, sequels like that don't usually do as good as the original, but it has the potential to. And I mean, like, the time skip stuff looked really interesting to me. Seeing adult Boruto fight Kawaki and all that stuff. Like, I was interested in that.
Spoilers,
I
bro.
would've said, nah,
Guy, it is the first
No,
episode,
that's
bro.
like episode 1. It like shows a quick
Yeah,
flash
that
of
is-
them as adults. I think that's what got everyone to sit back and say, okay, I might give Boruto
Yeah,
a
it
try.
looks
And,
kinda
and
cool.
we've been waiting to see it
Yeah,
for
I
too
just
long.
think it's taken
It's
too
been a
long,
year worth
you
of
know?
filler. Nobody cares anymore.
Yeah, the pacing
I'll
just
take
doesn't
I'll
work
take
for
4
me.
episodes of Naruto and we can put that to bed.
I think they've only recently shown how Boruto got that extra slash
Oh,
in
yeah.
his headband.
Yeah.
I mean, let's make it perfectly clear for everybody that's listening. The only anime that's allowed to do fillers is One Piece. Ladies and gentlemen,
Amen.
if you can't do it at that rate, if you can't do it at that pace for you to forget that it's filler, don't do it. Wait for the mangaka. I guarantee you, put a little extra on his books or her books. You'll get the chapters that you need. Just sit there and wait a little bit.
Not only that,
no. But go ahead.
not only that, even if you're making filler, like, yo, you could reach out to the manga, because I guarantee that they have some side stories that they couldn't fit in, that if you ask them for it, they'll be like, oh yeah, I could write you a new like location, a new side thing that actually happened and makes sense. Here's a new mission that Boruto actually would go on and it would make sense and could tie in, but I just didn't have time to do it because my editor was on my ass. Like, you can do these things.
Yeah,
like,
no,
it's not crazy hard.
Completely valid.
Can we just take a moment to think about the possibilities? Since you mentioned One Piece and all praise, but how amazing would be as instead of filler for One Piece, they animated the SBSs, especially like the canon ones.
Or
Like
the cover
that's
stories
the filler. It goes
too.
away
Or
from
the cover
the cover
story.
stories.
The cover
It goes
sto-
away from the One Piece or the Straw Hats, and just shows what is in that little panel we get at the beginning of each chapter.
Yeah, 'cause, like for me personally, the cover stories are super fun. I think they're always super interesting. I love because it's like it's cool information to know sometimes. Sometimes they do cover stories where it's just like a fan requested thing, you know, like a certain character interacting with another one or going out for a drink or something, right? That's totally fine. Sometimes he does cover stories where it's like what happened, for example, to like CP9 after the Straw Hats beat them. You get the entire thing, and like all of that is canon. We never saw it in the anime though. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think like
But the
instead
characters
of
eventually come back.
But
Like,
they
we
eventually
saw
come
Kobe and
back.
Helmeppo training
exactly,
before we
it's
met Kobe and
important
Helmeppo
stuff that
again.
gets shown in cover stories that don't get animated, but then when they show up in the actual anime when it catches up, then you're like, oh, whoa, like where'd they come from? I think like why not animate those cover stories instead of giving us filler? I think that would make sense because it's still
No, that'd be
filler,
amazing.
kind of, but not
Right.
really.
Really, yeah.
And
It's side canon. It's just
masterpiece.
stuff
it's side
happening in
canon.
side
It's
canon.
important information to know that would honestly be more interesting than the filler. Now, I'm not saying get rid of all of the filler because some of the One Piece filler is really funny. Let's be honest.
Yes.
You know what I
The
mean?
Davy back fights.
Oh,
That
God.
was great.
And that's not even
Oh,
filler. Technically, it was in the manga. Actually, that
It was in
entire
the manga?
that entire arc
Dang,
was
I
in the
forgot
manga.
that.
Yeah. So
I can't tell. I
it
forgot.
feels like filler, though. I don't blame you.
But anyway, was there any more news?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, quite a bit. So I'm gonna try to go through it real quick. Hunter x Hunter was archived from the Shonen Jump magazine, but he tweeted out that he's still working on chapters, so they're likely going to be shelving that, pushing it over to one of the auxiliary Jump apps, magazines. You know, so
He needs to stop. He needs
we'll,
to stop.
we'll still see something, but he can go at a better pace. They're like, yeah, no, you're taking too many breaks. Get out of here.
Really.
Yeah, we won't put you in the main magazine, but we'll put you here when you do stuff.
Okay, my
If you ever
hero.
want to create a chapter.
That's so insulting,
Yo,
though.
he's
That is
sick.
kinda insulting. He's sick. Like
I mean, but
but
there's
it's
there's a pace you have to keep up with, and that's what's
Right.
expected in that magazine. So
Plenty
they've
of-
Yeah, but he's
archived
not
him
that
from
money.
there, and he's still
Business
getting the
is
bag.
business.
It's just somewhere
Yeah.
else, you know.
Yeah, like, it's not like they fired him. It's just like, yo, for our weekly stuff, you kind of can't be here.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
not
I mean,
weekly
we have
anymore.
other people-
Yeah,
dog.
that's
Come
kind of a
on.
good point. Like a lot of mangakas take their breaks and stuff in the Shonen Jump, but they still relatively put out semi-weekly content at the very least, right? Unless they have like a health problem or something, and then they recover, and then they go back to their weekly schedule. For this, like he is kind of taking up a slot for maybe another potential mangaka that could have a really solid story be published by Shonen Jump that doesn't get the chance to, you know? Like
Black
what if there's
Clover.
this, you know, what if Black Clover get back? Or I don't know, like what if there's some mangaka out there that's creating a story and he's been trying to like get his stuff published by Shonen, but there's no spots left or something, you know? Why not move Hunter x Hunter over to something that can go at the pace that he's able to go at, and then give that spot to some other creator, and we could get a really cool story that no one's ever heard of because that spot finally opened up, you know?
Yeah, and I
Right.
think he's built up enough of a name for himself that if he ever were to recover all the way and be able to go at that pace again, they'll happily take him back.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
100%.
Like,
100.
He's
it'll
goated.
be
His,
fun.
his wife is the creator of Sailor Moon.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be
What
like,
are they
nah.
gonna do?
That's
But
god
let me
level
just say
power.
this real quick. I really do think he's destroying his legacy. You came on Twitter. You came on all the social media platforms. No, specifically Twitter. You psyched us. You was like, "Yo, I'm coming back." You didn't tell. We didn't even know how bad his sclerosis was. This dude said he had to lay down a certain 3-degree angle to draw because he said he couldn't even wipe his ass properly. That's how bad his back is. You let us know that you was coming back. Everybody, TikTok went crazy. Okay, he's coming back. All of a sudden, You talking about, okay, we doing like what, 1 chapter a year, something like that. We only got like 2 chapters. Like, sir. Not only you got us the worst thing you could do in this world is hype up a bunch of anime nerds that have nothing but time on their hands.
Yeah, facts.
You
Yeah.
take
Skipping
all-
class.
you can't do that. Why would you take that back and then be like, okay, well, you know what? I do need, and then top it off, he doesn't have an assistant. He's one of those very few mangakas that's like, I don't need an assistant. I could do this by myself. Can
His
you,
wife
sir?
does it with him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a good thing she's an artist too.
Yeah, for real. You know how I
But you
could
know what?
I could have told y'all he was bullshitting us though.
How?
He says he couldn't wipe his own ass, right?
Yeah.
They're Japanese, bro. They don't fucking wipe their ass. They have bidets.
Oh, he
Yeah.
played us.
Maybe he doesn't have one.
Are
Wow.
you shitting me?
Maybe he
Clearly
doesn't
he's
like
not.
it.
That man's got more money than God. And you're gonna
No,
tell me
no,
he
I
doesn't
don't
have a
believe
bidet.
Don't we all technically
You
have
know
more
it.
money than God? Never mind.
That is crazy.
Okay.
That is-
But yeah, what else you got for news, real quick? So we can move.
So unfortunately, My Hero is going to be on a 2-week break because Kohei Hirokoshi's health is taking another decline. So he's on a 2-week break.
The manga or the anime?
The manga.
episodes? Okay.
There is a new interactive murder mystery one-shot manga that they created, or I'm sorry, that they credited Shindo Kizuwa as game development. So they're coming out with a manga, but they're using
Choose your
game
own
development
adventure.
to make it interactive, and you can kind of like choose
Like
your own
Like
path
a
for the manga.
Bandersnatch type thing?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. It's like the
Torah
choose,
Quest?
kind of like the choose
Yeah,
your own adventure
yeah.
type thing. What was it? What would you say?
A Del Toro Quest.
Yeah.
It was like I think it was like an old book like you used to just
Yeah.
jump to a different
Or-
page.
from
and
the
make
did
it
you
better.
guys- yeah.
Yeah,
the
that's
Captain
cool.
Underpants.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Kind of
forgot
like
that
that.
Gotcha.
one did it
Okay.
too. Yeah, that's cool.
I mean,
I like
yeah, it could
that.
be fun. I mean, I always end up reading the whole thing.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, or going back and follling all the paths to
Yeah.
see all the endings.
Like,
What
let's
but
see
what did I miss
happens
out
if
on?
I'm actually nice.
Page 50, you die.
Nice.
go back. Dr. Stone is going to be returning with their anime on April 6th as
Yeah.
well.
They did
So
just drop a new trailer.
they're going to be setting sail. They did drop the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
That first OP was favorite. I love my first OP. Oh, you like morning.
Yeah. Martine hasn't seen Dr. Stone, FYI.
Why did you bring that up?
Why not?
Okay, I'm sure it's good. I don't know why.
He's
Nothing
uncultured,
of it.
Phil.
Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
waiting for the butt.
Nothing- It doesn't interest me. I don't know. Like just
It's just not
Do
your
you not
thing.
like science?
Oh, all right.
I was
Science.
shit at science in school. I don't want to watch an anime reminding me that I got a C in fucking geology. Like
Maybe it'll help you understand better.
I graduated. I got my degree. I don't need to understand. I edit YouTube videos for a living,
Oh,
bro.
okay. No, it's cool. It's cool.
But what
I
if the
get
world
it.
collapses? You'll know how to
Nah,
build a
it's
cell phone.
I definitely would.
Yeah.
Even though they've definitely taught me, I did not follow.
Hey, man, the world collapses. At least you could put yourself in cryostasis.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
No, he didn't do that.
They totally did that.
He did that.
They totally did that.
They fully did that.
That's like one of those that I know I will watch eventually, but some other ones take priority, you know. So I will.
I thought it was a
Ever-growing
phenomenon.
No, I'm talking about at the end of the second season, they put big old fucking unit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck.
So,
Oh, damn.
Nice spoiler, nice
Man,
spoiler.
it's been a long time since that
Uh-huh.
season came out.
Well, now we got season 3.
Yeah. Oh, that's all of my anime news. Actually, sorry. Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 4.
Oh.
4.
Finally
We're
got
getting a
announced.
new one. It has
I've
been
seen
announced.
people-
That's the latest uproar on TikTok too. And on
Yeah.
Instagram.
I'm so
Everybody
excited.
anticipating that.
People getting new controllers for.
Yup. I'm
Get ready
beyond.
for the-
I can't wait to figure out how we're gonna do like tournament brackets in the Discord. You know, something fun because like this it's a fighting game.
Yep.
Oh my
We can
god.
talk more about that once we take a quick break. That sound good?
Absolutely, because it's time to make some money, play some ads, and we will be back.
This part of the podcast is brought to you by ExpressVPN. And besides the obvious perks of securing your IP address and protecting your privacy on the internet, ExpressVPN allows you to access streaming services in other parts of the world. For example, can you not access Bleach 1000 Year Blood War Arc? Simply just fire up ExpressVPN, change your IP address to another country that does, like America, and start streaming Bleach on Hulu. Listeners of this podcast will get a special deal, 3 months free when you sign up for a 12-month package and use our link, www.expressvpn.com/theanimealchemist. Again, that's 3 months free when you sign up for a 12-month package and use our link, www.expressvpn.com/theanimealchemist. This part of the podcast is brought to you by Hakai Culture. Do you guys have phenomenal legs like Gary? Maybe you got some tattoos on your legs like me and you just want to show them off. Best way to do that was Hakai Culture. They have some of the best anime merch on some of the most phenomenal looking designs for shorts for men. You can get anything from the Meta Nomi. You can get
Gama Nomi.
You can get the Goma Nomi. Sakuna. You can get Sakuna's pattern.
Yeah, they have a lot of the Demon Slayer ones.
Also, so if you guys want to check that out, you guys can get a 10% off if you use my code Emery13377. Again, that's code Emery13377.
Hello, everybody. We back. What's up? What's up? Y'all got your drink? Everybody cool? All right.
Yeah.
Everybody hydrated, moisturized? Good.
I don't think I moisturized.
Come on, y'all gotta stay moisturized.
I got this smooth baby skin though.
Oh my god.
Good genetics.
Good genetics.
Shea moisture over here, baby. But we left off at what everybody's been talking about, and that is please tell me what's the name of the game again? Dragon Ball what?
Yeah, the Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi series is coming back with a new sequel, which dropped, or like the announcement dropped early last week, and it just came out of nowhere. That's the crazy thing. The last game, right, in this franchise was Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and it is like arguably one of, if not the best Dragon Ball like video games, right? Among, the community, it's top tier. And the community always wanted a fourth iteration of that ever since like Super came out, a lot of the movies with like Beerus and Whis and all that, right? There's been a lot of Dragon Ball content in the last, decade, and we always wanted to like see that incorporated with that franchise, right? Especially because it came out on the PlayStation 2. It's been a minute since we've been right there. We've gone through like, 3 more PlayStation variants. So now everyone's super hyped because this is like the game that no one thought we'd ever get. And now like they dropped a release or a little teaser showing like updated graphics, Goku turning Super Saiyan Blue. So the community is hyped. But with that hype, there's a lot of expectations for this game now because they have a high bar that they need to meet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for anyone that's played
Tough
shoes
to fill.
Tough shoes to fill. And not that we haven't had good Dragon Ball games in the past. Like I like Xenoverse personally. Yeah. I really enjoyed that. I've heard good things about the Kakarot game and the Fighters one too. But this one's different. I don't know if you guys have you played any of it?
Yeah, so I played the Tenkaichi series on PS2. I was a huge fan. Honestly, it's how I got a lot of my Dragon Ball Z information before I finished the show. So like the show came out like really long ago.
Right.
Didn't watch all of it. I watched it like whatever episode I managed to catch on TV.
Yeah.
But the video games is how I basically finished the story and then went back and watched it all. And I was like, oh, okay, that's what happened.
Get more context.
That's how he understood the coherent timeline.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So I'm excited to play it again. Like I think we were talking about it a little earlier. I'm worried about like my controller.
Oh yeah.
Because if anyone played the Tenkaichi series, there was what did you call them? The beam struggles, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're just
You are violating that controller.
Not only my controller, but like I remember, like I used to have like
the burn.
Yeah, like a little burn mark, like
just constantly
whatever they
going
call
like
it.
that.
You get a callus.
Religion,
You get a callus right there in the weirdest
yeah,
spot.
like I got crucified on the cross.
Are we not supposed to play like that? Because that's how I play all the
No,
time.
that's how I play.
That's how you win those beam struggles. If you don't have a callus, you knew that you sucked at beam struggles.
You weren't winning.
Oh, so true.
Yeah, so there are going to be a
One
couple
of the games had like a sequence where you had to enter the buttons in time, and I didn't care for that too much. But I'd prefer that over, breaking my hand. You know, I'm old. now.
Yeah. There's
Or
a
a controller, because those cost a lot more now than the
oh yeah, that's the
Really
biggest
do.
thing.
And
Like,
also, it's coming out of my pocket. No, my parents,
yeah, my parents aren't buying me this game,
I'm
unfortunately.
still trying to see if I can get a tax write-off of the performance. Like, them joints is,
That's not.
they
what I'll
pretty.
do.
You know what's so crazy?
Mm.
I love the world in the video game, and I love how Goku can fly everywhere.
Yeah.
If DC, just to let you guys know, if DC ever decided to make a Superman video game, me and my brother was talking about this. This should be the blueprint on how it should be done.
Uh-huh.
that would be
It's just
amazing.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
World
Yeah.
beautiful. It's just you can go. I forget the mission. Fuck the mission. I was just flying everywhere, going on top of bridges. Just
Yeah,
it was
make
just
an open world game like that. Like that would be amazing
Yes.
for a character like Superman.
oh yeah, it would. But we all know what to deal with that copyright issue. So I feel
Mhm.
like whatever. But if
Wait,
that-
so is that what this game will be? It'll be an open world Dragon Ball?
No,
game?
not necessarily.
No? Okay.
No, this one is more so. I'll kind of give like a quick rundown. The Tenkaichi series, this one actually had a story mode mission, or the campaign / story mode was, it incorporated everything. You got to play through OG Dragon Ball missions, all of the Dragon Ball Z story, GT, movies, and what if stuff too. So stuff that wasn't even canon to the show. It got to be like, oh,
Super
what if
Saiyan
like
3 Vegeta.
yeah, like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta or something like that. Or
Super
like
Saiyan
Gogeta
3.
versus Vegito or stuff like that that was never canon, but you got to do that in a story mode mission in the video games. And it captured everything, you know? And it was so much fun. And I would love to see that with the Dragon Ball Super version of that. Or even like the new like movies that have come out too. There's so much room for like possibilities and, you know,
Well,
crazy.
Do we get
there's
Dragon
even
Ball
Dragon
on
Ball
that?
Heroes.
Ultimate
Say-
Universe
say what?
Frieza would be fun to play with through.
Oh
like,
yeah.
right? Like just
No.
have him actually take over it. Like that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Like,
Oink Piccolo.
No, I wanted to see the driving school Piccolo. Like that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, give me like a side mission where I get to take like a driving exam with Piccolo and Goku.
That'd be so much fun.
Right. So like one of the biggest things that people are kind of expecting out of this this new sequel announced is the character roster. So to this day, Budokai Tenkaichi 3 still has the largest character roster of any Dragon Ball video game, right?
Yeah.
And this was a game that came out 16 years ago on the PlayStation 2. And it still has more characters playable than any of the other sequels, you know, that have come out in the last decade. So obviously with more characters being introduced in the anime and stuff like that, people are expecting the biggest roster ever. I personally think that's not going to happen because we live in a DLC world for video games now and they got to make money, right? I get it.
Fuck.
So it's probably inevitable. There are there's characters in the OG game that don't necessarily need to be in there. Like you could play as
Bullshit. I want to play as Pilaf.
I would play as Pilaf. I'd play as Pilaf. But you could play like Dr. Wheelo, for example, right? Like, that's cool. I'll take Beast Gohan over Dr. Wheelo if I'm being honest.
Garlic
right?
Jr.
You can play as Garlic Jr. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'll keep Garlic Jr. for sure. There's so many characters now. Right? You can play as Kid Chi-Chi. Like,
That's right.
What about
you
Kid
know what I
Piccolo?
mean? Like, it's just the most random characters that you'd never think you'd get to play as, but they were introduced in that. You could play as him or her. I mean, you could play as General Tao, I think was
Yeah.
his name, the mercenary. You could play as him. So many characters. So I'm expecting some really cool ones, but I want like the really big ones to be included with the original launch. So I want like Beast Gohan. I would love to play as like Jiren, Beerus for sure. Like those main characters should be included. Then the DLC stuff can be more like fun Dragon Ball characters, for example, or fun GT characters, things like that. But make the
Future
initial
Trunks Timeline Gohan.
yeah.
Oh,
Something
see, that'd
like
be
that.
dope. That'd be cool.
So I think like that's kind of the way they'll
Why
they'll
not?
probably go. I'm not expecting this to be like a a roster bigger than the original because that's just too much, to be honest.
You want to know what we should touch on?
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Ball franchise. Let me tell you something. The way they just dropped that video game with no announcement, they know we in for it because you know
God, yeah.
they know the Dragon Ball fans are not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be a Beyonce to just drop an album and not tell nobody.
For real.
Like,
Fucking
that's
real.
crazy. They know we're gonna eat it up. They know. I hope they focus. It sounds like they're spending a lot of money on this. With all this, if they incorporate the characters that you said that they should, if they're listening, hi. But hopefully this will be a success, and the Dragon Ball shonen misogynistic haters don't come for me after this. Like, I hope just focus on trying to play the game, and
Yeah, no,
I'll
I'm.
hold them for a few hours.
big deal.
Sure.
Well, I feel like Dragon Ball has like a grip on like the video game franchise in terms of anime video games, because like obviously we have like Naruto, with Ninja Storm. I love those games. Oh, I think they do great games, but it doesn't compare to the Dragon Ball video games in my opinion.
Well, they're coming out with a new one soon, but nobody really cares.
I mean, Demon Slayer made one. I don't think it did well.
Nah,
as far as I know.
Yeah, no, it was all DLC based too. So.
Thank you.
Like it's somehow still $60, and I'm like, well, I'd
for
be
sure.
down to try it for 15, but
You just had to put that extra dollar on there.
Right? Like,
Those executives, they saw what the trailer did, and they made us run.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, you're
Everyone
gonna
was freaking out. Just nobody expected it when they released that little teaser too. They made it seem like they were gonna remaster the collection, which I also would have been totally okay with.
Yeah.
A remastered version of Tenkaichi 3, I'd buy
Of
that
all
in a
of them,
heartbeat.
like
you know?
like on a disc, all
Yeah,
three
like
games,
get the entire
that'd be awesome.
collection. I'd buy it, no questions asked, right? But then they revealed that it's a new game. Oh no, I lost my mind honestly, because there were so many good things about it. Like, that was my childhood person. I've dedicated so many hours to that game, and I never thought that we'd get a fourth one. You know, it's just like that dream.
Memory card.
There's more mods for that game than anything else. Like, I've seen mods on Tenkaichi 3 to this day where they like modded in universe survival characters. You know, like you could play as Beerus somehow, or Goku Ultra Instinct, like completely modded, but cool as fuck because you're still playing Tenkaichi 3 technically. I'm so excited for this, honestly.
Now we get that, but it's official, bro.
Yeah.
Don't have to mod nothing. You
When's
could
the,
just boot it up.
release date? When's the release date?
They haven't announced a release date. It's just a teaser. So
I'm assuming it's something like 2024.
yeah,
Next
so
year.
they got some time. They got some time to really pump some money into advertising.
and I'd want them to take their time because, again, big shoes to fill. This is a very like.
This is an iconic series of games.
That's true for every video game studio. I need you to understand that, yo. Delays are fine. We get it.
Yeah.
Delay away. Do not give me shit.
Yeah, like please make it worth it.
Broken and
Please
unplayable.
don't disappoint me. Like, take the time you need. I don't care. Like, if I have to wait till next year or even the year after, I don't care. If I get anywhere near as fun of a game as Tenkaichi 3, I'm good with it. I'm cool with it,
Bro, I will spend all the hours just unlocking characters.
Yeah, that was the
especially if they
fun
keep
part.
like the little earring and item.
Yeah, their
inventory
item management
system.
stuff was super cool back in the day. Like, it was just unique and it worked. You can customize characters however you wanted. But now they can incorporate a character creation the way like Xenoverse did.
Yo.
My biggest concern.
Microtransactions.
No, my biggest concern. Please, no Mr. Popo. If Mr. Popo's on this game, I swear to you,
No. Come on.
we're gonna
Popo's
ban
training.
this game. It's gonna be
First rule of
crazy.
Popo's training.
We got it in this podcast. She's talking shit.
No, come on.
Oh god.
Popo is the strongest character.
Gonna come for you.
He's coming for us.
Not us, for her.
Stop.
Hold on.
First rule of Popo's training.
I said, Mr. Popo, you defending Mr. Popo?
Yes.
You're
Till my
defending.
Wait,
dying.
have y'all seen Dragon Ball Z Abridged first? Let's start with that.
Oh my
Of course.
God.
That's literally the only
Okay.
reason.
We're just afraid of him.
Don't break Popo stuff. Don't break Popo stuff. Don't break Popo. Don't break Popo. Sixth rule of Popo's training.
Oh
Like
my
Goku is scared of Mr. Popo. Okay, Mr. Popo took on 2 Super Saiyan children, Gohan and Trunks, or Goten and Trunks in the Buu saga.
Yeah, that's kind of a good point. He's really fucking strong, actually.
Like,
He's a deity.
We're
He's a
not
guardian.
debating on how strong he is. We're debating on the character design.
Oh
That
no, the
is
character
a-
design is no.
Oh, yeah, no,
does
that's
not
fine.
fly today.
No,
Absolutely not.
no.
No.
And therefore, this is why he how many pounds? He could be making sensu beans in the back of his house and was able to. Matter of fact, he can have all Dragon Balls, all of them, every single time. Boma transmitter, boom, back of his house. But I'm gonna tell you right now, that character design, the fact that we didn't get no apology, this is the fact that this is how.
It's
Yeah, that's
bad.
the thing. It was so long ago. It would not fly at all right now, and
No, it
definitely
No,
no,
it
it doesn't work.
But everybody else, yes. I'm here for it. Just keep
So-
Mr.
So
Popo.
that he's partially based off of like a guardian deity in Japanese folklore
Yeah.
and mythology.
Oh, I didn't know
So
that.
so that's part of what inspired it, but no, I agree it still wouldn't fly this in this
No.
day and age. I mean, even Jinx
That's
like
not enough of it.
in Pokemon, they were like, make it blue. What are y'all doing?
Yeah, it's just like it's very obviously offensive. Like, come on, you can't do that.
Very offensive.
Yeah.
Not only that, they also had a black character on there in one of the episodes. I think it was a filler. This
Mhm.
dude had a baldy, had the same exact lips.
Yeah,
I
like
was
it's just like,
Yeah,
dude, like you can
I remember
you
that.
can do better designs than that. Like that's so stereotypical.
I mean, but
and
that's
it
how
doesn't-
Yeah.
they
Yes.
animated stuff like that back then.
back
man.
then, yeah.
Like
it's just-
like if you ever watch classic boxing anime, it's like damn, y'all
They-
y'all really
yeah,
do
and
it
it's
up.
bad.
You
and
really
it's
did
like
'em
that.
like
You
that.
can't really fix or redesign it. Like I know One Piece had a similar issue, but it was able to like redesign.
Yeah, it's
quite a
yeah,
grown
bit.
and
it's done.
changed.
It's done
But
better.
for
Yeah.
Mr. Popo, there's no way you can redesign that.
Yeah, no,
There's
no,
nothing you
there's
can
not.
do.
Like
It's
just
him.
keep him off
There are
screen
other
as much
characters
as
for
you
what he
can.
was.
You know what? That
Look at him
is
just being dead, you know. But in all fairness,
Just that he went
I've
away.
been watching anime for a long time. There's a lot of classic animes that get it done right.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
So it's just the lack of, actually taking the time out to make sure that this character is not offensive and not a minstrel show. Like, this is terrible. But
Mhm.
other than that, yeah, kudos. Like,
Let's not. Everything else but Popo.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
mean,
for
this
sure.
does
Give me
a lot
everybody
for
else.
Well, the Dragon Ball community is very huge. I know they're anticipating this.
Mhm.
Let's just hope that this execute very well to the point that I don't have material to talk shit because I'm waiting for it. I'm just
Yeah.
waiting for it. I'm gonna get the game on purpose just to see if it's
Yeah, yeah.
scroll through
my
like
whole thing. I'm gonna be like, oh, it's a wrap. Is it what you said? It's a wrap. But I think the fact that they just dropped it and just said, "Here, this is the trailer." I really do think that they know they got something big because you gotta be a big egotistical piece of shit to just be like, "I'm just dropping this, no warning whatsoever."
Yeah, no, there was no leak for this whatsoever, and that's one of the
Toriyama.
craziest things to me. Is like every video game, at least Dragon Ball related, that I've seen in the last decade or two, has always been like leaked in terms of like a possible name or like a concept for it. Fighters was talked
True.
about and rumored way before they announced everything. Same with like the Xenoverse stuff, all that.
Same with Kakarot.
Same with Kakarot. This came out of nowhere.
like they had time to greenlight this idea, create this teaser, and then produce it without it ever being
and
told.
show us
I mean, they
in-game,
probably
like-
didn't. They didn't probably have to do much to make the teaser because it was a lot of old footage.
That is
and then
true,
they
that is
just
true.
reanimated him turning blue and then said it's coming out.
Yeah,
Right?
they showed us like
he
in-
probably
in-game
just
engine.
greenlit it. They were like, "Go, do it."
Maybe
before
it was
he changes his mind.
Maybe it was a test to see like how well is this going to be received. Like if it gets enough attention, then yeah, no, we can go all in on this. If not, then maybe they can like cut back costs or
Right.
whatever. If nobody's into it, then they'll it won't go as hard as like they could go. But now I feel like they've gotten enough positive reception that like they should go all out with this game. I'm expecting top tier.
Nah, this
Same.
was a surprise within a surprise. This is
Mhm.
good. It
Yeah.
probably was in the
Honestly,
office. Drop
earlier,
it now.
earlier when you were talking about like how much customization there was, it gave me a little bit cause for concern because of how video games are made now, where every color, every outfit, every hairstyle is behind a paywall.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm very concerned they'll go that sort of route because
Yeah.
why not? Like it makes money. Like
That's the thing, but
all
to a,
the two.
to a certain
Yeah,
degree,
go
I
ahead.
feel like it makes sense to do the cosmetic stuff behind a paywall. I'd rather pay for cosmetics than I would for characters,
Yeah.
personally.
No, without a doubt.
Like if I had to pay to get like GT Goku, yeah, I'd pay it. I would pay it. I would
would,
pay
I'd
it,
be
but like
pissed.
that's more realistic.
Yeah.
Like just to get that gi drip. Yeah.
I see.
So
I
wait,
see.
are
So
you telling me
people-
that you wouldn't want to see Goku Jr.?
Oh, from the GT
Oh.
movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I 100% would want Goku Jr. Yeah. I like that
I don't know
movie.
if I'm willing to pay an extra $5 on top of the $70 you're gonna drop. For the game. like these things
I'm-
start to cost a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Very
my god.
quickly.
Just don't cyberpunk me. Just don't do that.
Oh,
Just don't
God,
cyberpunk
yeah.
me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yes,
Just-
Bree, I made that reference directly. I looked
It's
at you
okay.
and I
That's the
said,
game, not the anime. It's the game, not the anime. I can
Game, not
forget
the
that.
anime, guys. Well, we'll see. I also am really excited. I hope they bring back like the tournament modes. Honestly, that's also another thing that I really liked from the old school stuff.
So fun.
Because now they
Yes.
have more. They have the Universe 6 and 7 tournament to take
Mhm.
inspiration from, and the Universe Survival tournament. Like that'd be super cool to
man,
see in
that'd
a
be
new
cool to do.
format.
Would it? Oh,
That'd be awesome.
That'd
How
be
will
nice.
they do a battle royale?
a battle royale.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing a battle royale. Let Dragon Ball Z do it too.
That's exactly where my head went. I was like,
I
a
mean,
battle royale.
I'd play the hell out of that.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Did you know Attack on Titan is in Fortnite?
Yeah,
I
I
did.
did. See that.
Yes, I
Yeah.
saw Attack on Titan on
It's the guy
Fortnite.
from Fortnite.
I can't believe it. It crosses over with everything. We got that. We got Naruto. We've got Dragon Ball clearly.
Yeah.
And we got My Hero too.
Oh,
That's
damn it!
cool.
It's only a
Knows
matter
where
of
the money
time.
is. But do you
It's
think
only a
is there
matter of
potential
time.
for this Dragon Ball game to also have an online multiplayer mode?
Yes, that's
Mhm.
one thing that was missing from the original because it came out on the PS2, which did not have those online functions, but it did also release for the Wii, and the Wii did have online capabilities. So
Yeah.
that version of the game you could play online, but obviously it was very, very like primitive online, I guess.
It sucked.
Yeah, it
I
was
played.
not-
I played it on the Wii.
was
I've been holding that in this entire time.
Yeah, I forgot.
It was not good.
You still have the Wii? Because they just said if you have the Wii, your house gonna blow up.
What?
Oh fuck, really?
Now, if you
Not
have
your-
the Wii,
It's not gonna blow up. It's just like
Who
it'll
said a
stop
commercial?
working. I saw the commercial, but I think it was just that it'll stop working eventually.
Oh no, I love the
Yeah, I don't
Wii.
think
So do we.
it's
We were
wild.
playing so many games on it.
Yeah.
It's gonna blow up.
God, come on,
middle
Wii
of Zelda.
Sports, bro.
Dude, for real.
Damn.
that's terrible. That's
Yeah.
terrible that they would do that. But that's how the gaming companies roll. They trying to get the most out of the.
Yeah, for
Mhm.
sure.
Partially, it's that, yeah, but it's also equipment gets old.
That is true. Yeah,
Like,
it's
if
not
you-
gonna last
if you have
forever.
Like, yeah, if you have a custom PC, you're swapping out parts. Your console can't do that, so they gotta give you a new one because
Yeah.
eventually it's gonna be too old to operate.
I don't know. This man has the same Game Boy SP that he's had since like a child, and it works
He's a
fine.
genius. He's a
mean,
genius.
Well done.
I've just had to
If I
get
ever
new
found
chargers.
My SP, it does not work.
Uh,
I don't know where it is, but if I find it, I assure you it doesn't work.
my old
I feel like
GameCube
is the
crapped
newer
out on
the
me.
console, the less time it's gonna last. There are still a few N64s that if you blow on the cartridge and plug it in, it'll work just fine.
Oh yeah.
That's my philosophy on any piece
And
of
yet
technology.
now-
Does it not work? Just blow in the ports and make sure to get all the fucking dust
Right.
out.
And
Works
yet
like
now
a
the
charm.
Switch controller starts dragging to the left after like 2 months.
Oh yeah.
Do you know how long? I'm pretty sure my younger brother, got asthma from blowing on those cartridges.
All that dust just went right back in.
He said, "Pump is upstairs. Get the pump." I was like, "All right, I'm gonna get the pump." But is the game working though? Is it working? Okay, well, I'll get the pump.
Oh my god.
That's how they get you. But I'm so happy
the game
that,
works.
they're actually taking the time. I thought it was going to be released this year, but the fact that it's going to be released next year, I think what they're doing is secretly what they're watching and looking at social media to see the responses of everybody and just doing their homework,
Yeah.
which
Yes.
is amazing.
It's smart though. It's 100% smart on their part.
Which is a good point to like kind of slide into our other topic, like social media and how it affects and
That's-
This is a perfect
That is
segue.
perfect. I want to ask, do you guys think that what you see going on social media is an accurate representation of what's going on amid fan communities? What's popular on social media is what people genuinely like the most, and also is a good sign of a quality of a show, especially. Because like, yeah, they're gauging social media to see like if they want to move forward with this game, but is that really going to be an accurate representation of who's actually going to play it? Because I'm comparing this to, for example, let's say the Hogwarts Legacy going on right now.
Right.
love it.
People are all up in arms in social media. Don't do this, don't do that, don't play, boycott, do this, do that, do that.
Oh, because yeah.
And yet the actual rollout, I'm pretty sure their numbers are fine.
Black people
Yeah.
do the most. I'm telling you.
No, don't put that on us. We don't
Nah, it's a
deserve
little bit
that.
on us. I'm sorry.
Okay, but aside from this Hogwarts
Yeah.
Legacy, nerd community, anime community,
Yeah.
the things that get buzzed on social media, I always feel like I have to take it with a grain of salt. But
Same.
then again, I always either attribute it to hype or people pretending like they're gonna do something or not gonna do something that they don't follow through with. I don't know.
I kind of see. No, I agree and disagree. I guess at the same time, like it definitely. Whenever something gets a lot of hype on social media, like I think it gets that hype for a reason. Because, like, for example, a game like this is, has been looked out for a really long time, and we finally got it. So I think it makes sense to pay attention to social media in that regard, especially if you're like a game developer. When it comes to anime, like the main ones always get a lot of hype, but it does partially go with the quality. Like Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan are always the ones that are like very much talked about, but for good reason. Like it is a great, like the animation is phenomenal on both parts, and they're great stories. Well, Attack on Titan is a great story overall, so there's some merit to it. I don't believe everything right away, because I've seen where like everyone's hyping up a certain episode, and then I watch it and I'm like, that was cool. And then other times where like people don't talk about it at all, and then I watch it and I'm like, hey yo, why are we not
nobody
talking
talking
about
this?
So I do take it with a grain of salt for sure. It plays a factor, but I don't think you should 100% rely on social media because it's so volatile, in my opinion.
I also believe though that like it's a good tool for some studios to actually listen to their viewers. Okay, because take One Piece into consideration. We got the Luffy uppercut, right?
Right.
And the community was so split in half. People like me and Gary, we were like, that was fucking amazing. But a lot of the manga readers were like, they put too much like aura on him. It kind of like
too many like
flowery. It was flashy.
I thought it was a little too flashy as well.
Okay.
But they toned down the
then-
auras. They toned down the effects.
Exactly. Like the next like big moment they introduce, Luffy using Supreme King Haki again, and like with the Ryu style, like they toned it down a lot. And like that was 100%. Like they came out and confirmed that like they were listening to the
feedback.
The feedback and the consumers. So like I see the benefits, but I guess it's really dependent on like the studio. Like Toei's amazing, like they always have been.
Well,
Some of these other ones, not so much.
But here's my biggest concern, right? All right. So a lot of new watchers for anime, they sometimes, majority of the time, they depend on social media for what's the next biggest trend and what's the next title to watch, right? And this is my biggest problem. I'm gonna put this out real quick. iTaxi, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't watched iTaxi, watch iTaxi. It kind of just puts the mainstream anime in the forefront, right? And this is what's annoying to me because of the fact that when these studios start paying attention, or they are paying attention now to social media and what we like, they're just gonna focus on, I feel like the majority of the time they're gonna focus on just battle shonen anime, which is nothing wrong, because I like anybody. Listen, just like anybody else, I'm from New York, I'm from Brooklyn. I like people getting their ass beat, but I need it with a purpose. I want a story behind it.
Give me a solid story for why he deserved that ass beating.
I love that.
The problem that we're not getting, and then we have now in the mainstream, you're not really seeing other genres of anime being pushed out there. Like you're not seeing shoujos. You're not even seeing the isekais. You're not even seeing the seinen as much. Well, you are, but guess what?
Significantly
it's
less.
not on this platform, or it's on another platform and people not seeing it. It's a whole lot of things go into the situation. And this is where I go in real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have issues on finding the best anime that you need to possibly watch, don't forget to tune in to Black Ramen Podcast. We will keep you tuned in to what's happening. But aside from that,
I love that.
That's my only problem with social media, is because it's only letting people see the mainstream
The
battle
surface
shonen
level.
type.
The
Yes,
surface level of
Yeah,
what
and a lot
actual
of it
anime is coming out.
It's about the money. Because don't forget, the ones people are seeing, it's the ones with the advertising budget as well. Of course, yes, they do deserve it, but money funnels so particularly through these communities and therefore through social media that other things get drowned out. Why? Because the big advertising people see are for these shows. These shows then get a good fan base. That makes the show think, hey, this is successful. Let's just do this certain type of show. Similar to all of us who are on social media, the TikTokers, the Twitters, the Instagrammers, we'll see, hey, the post I did on this little known anime, guess what? It got few views. It didn't get as many views. Didn't get as many likes, but you know what gets a lot of views and likes? Chainsaw Man does,
The
Demon
mainstream
Slayer
ones, yeah.
does.
One Piece.
The big three: One Piece,
Like
Naruto, Bleach.
And
Yo.
Dragon Ball. Those are the ones that get the views, get the clicks. Those are ones that promoted more, and it all just keeps cycling, growing bigger and bigger. And it's not growing bigger because it's good. They are good. Like I said, One Piece was in that list. Praise Oda. I support that. But my fear is when social media is too overly focused, especially with so much of the money being the driving influence on what gets big or not.
Yeah.
Other stuff doesn't even have a chance to make an impact because it's immediately drowned out.
So I really like that you mentioned that because I think you're absolutely right. Actually, it is those mainstream ones that always are at the forefront on social media, right? And especially influencing like content creators like us. You know, we have our platforms where we make, you know, clips and stuff about our podcast because they are a long format thing that we want to try to make clips out of to get people interested in like our conversations, right? And we actually try to do a segment every now and then where we do an anime recommendation, for example, right? We talk about the mainstream ones, but Gary and Emery have seen way more anime than I have. So we use that as the opportunity to not only convince me to watch more stuff, but to our listeners who, you know, like our taste in anime and stuff like that, we introduce them to other styles that they may also like. If they like Attack on Titan, they might also like this. If you like Death Note, you might like Erase. Like stuff like that, right? And start slowly, like, you know, informing the audience and people that really enjoy anime. There's so much out there besides like these heavy hitters that you might find this gem in, you know, all of this that you might fall in love with, and it might be in your top 5. For example, one of my top 5 is an anime called Magi. I don't hear anything about it because it ended a long time ago. It is one of my favorite animes now because they introduced me to it.
It's one of the it's in my top 3. It's one of the greatest.
Amazing.
Sid, shout out to Sid. I'm sorry.
You know what I mean? So like,
But no,
Right, and it doesn't get the
I'm-
attention it deserves.
Honestly,
exactly.
you guys have touched on this. It's a little bit on us as the consumers. So, like, especially like when you look at TikTok and like how they always are talking about the algorithm, it's what you've been liking. So if you've only been liking Demon Slayer stuff, and like every once in a while, TikTok will throw me for a loop and just throw something that I've never seen before. And if you are someone who's like casually scrolling on TikTok, you might see it and go, I don't know what this is, and move past that. They're never gonna show you that again.
Yeah, the attention span is so
Unless you
short
take
now.
a second to go, okay, let me take 10 seconds to see what this is. This looks kind of cool. What is this? Let me go through the comments. Okay, and then TikTok will go, okay, I know what you're looking for. You're looking for new stuff? I'll send you some new stuff. But if you're not looking for new stuff, for a lot of people, they aren't. Some people get off their 20-hour shift at work and they just want to watch 30 minutes of somebody getting their ass beat, no questions asked. That's what social media is going to push towards.
True.
But that's
true.
why I think we're over reliant on social media within the anime community. Like, we immediately go straight to it after finishing an episode because we love seeing people chat about stuff like that. I mean, specifically the more algorithm driven social media, the Twitters, the TikToks. I guess Instagram kind of, but at least then you're still following people. I don't know how Instagram works as much.
Yeah,
But a lot of it is we're too gauged into that as a measure of what's good or not as well.
Yeah, I agree.
but the newcomers who are into anime, who are just their first, probably, let's be honest, Demon Slayer is going to be a lot of people's first animes for this generation, right? So when they do that, they're like, okay, I need more. You can't rely on Crunchyroll because guess what? Their whole setup is just there. You know what I mean? It's just there. It's not like most rated. I don't even think the stars. I don't even trust the stars because you know when you go to Crunchyroll and you see the stars, I'm like, first of all, this is fire. Why there's no stars lit up in this?
Like, who's deciding to put this here? You know?
I can't be the
Actually,
first
no,
person
I
to watch
gotta
this.
push back. I gotta defend Crunchyroll a little bit. I'm scrolling through
But you
Crunchyroll.
work
You
for
work
them.
for
I
Crunchyroll,
see
yeah.
the collection. I see the collection
for them.
like sexy teachers, and it gives me a bunch of anime with sexy teachers. Not the main thing; they just happen to be there.
They have
Or
been good at
here's
the
like
playlist for a
pop
while.
stars, and it's a bunch of different various music anime. They have shoujo, they have shonen, they have BL, all combined.
They do have a
So
variety of
Crunchyroll
categories.
does try to like
Yeah.
have their categories, and they have some really fun, clever ones sometimes if you just browse through.
Yeah.
So Crunchyroll does decent.
Like loving dogs, and
The-
then they have like full metal.
Never mind, I withdraw my previous statement.
That's cold-blooded.
They've done that. They've done it.
good.
That's
That's
terrible. That's cold-blooded in so many ways. But
That
if
was
you
my
think about
favorite
it, a
thing
lot
ever.
of people don't understand how many animes are released in a year. Like me personally, shout out to Mother's Basement. I'm waiting for you to tag us and just be like, let's work. But Mother's Basement, if you look at his seasonal stuff, there's like 50 titles that he spits out. I'm like, I didn't even know this came out this year. And some of them, but some of them, wow, okay. So you mean to tell me we can't just focus on Chainsaw Man? No, you don't have to focus on just Chainsaw Man. There's other
There's so much
nobody
stuff.
talked about Vivi. That was top tier anime. I thought it was amazing, musical, everything. Kicking ass, and a female kicking ass on top of all that and singing bars. Are you kidding me? What more do you need? It was amazing. Like I said again, Our Taxi, beautiful story, amazing, on point. Animation, see, that's the thing. A lot of people, they're looking for top tier, Mappa, affordable type of animation.
Yeah.
This right here, story after story. There was even an episode that we didn't even get to see the main character, and we forgot what show we was watching, but it was so freaking good, and it all intertwined at the end of the episode. We was like, oh my god,
That sounds familiar. I feel like I've seen a show like that.
Odd Tag, if you haven't, Black Ramen highly suggest it.
Fully.
We've been preaching this since what was it, 2020?
Since the moment it came out, really.
Since the moment it came out, honestly.
Oh.
That is the savior of that season, but you
We have
don't
one similar
see
like that.
much about it.
Radio
what's your
Healer.
golden-
Shut the fuck up.
Redo of healing.
Wow.
Oh, bro.
Wow.
I'm glad we're able to. We're family, right? We're family, right?
Look,
We can
look,
say
if
this.
you wanna talk about
yeah,
vengeance,
100%.
Sure.
We do a healing. Let me tell you something. One thing about a revenge story, if it hits, and this one hits,
It
ladies and
is.
gentlemen, but if it hits, there's nothing like a good revenge story where somebody is. I don't want to forgive. I'm not Jesus. To give you what you gave to me times 10. It's so sad. You know how you drink a cool drink in a hot day, and then you say, redo a healer is my.
Shout out to the K-drama we just watched.
Oh my
Lori,
god.
for that great. Oh, okay.
Oh, Lord. Revenge stories. That's one thing. Revenge stories that hit is amazing. But that's one thing. The thing I wanted to bring up, most importantly, is that I just want everybody to know, if you're in your new anime journey and you're on social media and you're looking at all these great posts, that's great. That's fine. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
But it's like you guys said, it is basically surface level. There's so much more to anime.
Mhm.
Every year anime titles get released, we get more than 100. This is just a glimpse to tell you how much was released. During 2019, during the pandemic, only 80 titles were released that year. That's during the pandemic.
Mhm.
So imagine how many titles are being released every year. I repeat, do not just focus on what Crunchyroll is pushing on you or what your famous TikToker is pushing on you for the time. Like Bree said, it's all about the numbers. I'm trying to get the likes. So what I'm going to do is talk about the anime that's going to get there.
Yeah.
But I like you even more if you talk about some shit I never heard of and it's hit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Exactly.
you know, here's the strategy for finding good anime without just relying on social media.
Mm-hmm.
If you watched a good anime you just liked, figure out who was your favorite character and look up what that voice actor did.
Oh, that's a great
Look up the
idea.
director, seeing what did this director also work on. Heck, look at the studio, see what else the studio worked on.
Mhm.
Damn,
Because
that's
if there's
genius.
something you like in an anime, you should look for the person who made the thing you like.
Yeah, it's exactly the same
might
as if
even
you
find
watch a
something that
movie with
no
like
one else
Leonardo
heard of.
DiCaprio. What else has he done? You might like that too. Or if you like Christopher Nolan as a director, what other stuff has he worked on? You'll probably like
Right?
that too. Same concept works for anime. That's a great point. I never even thought about it that way.
Yeah, it's amazing. Don't listen. It's
You can
not
broaden your
homework.
horizons so
Mhm.
much.
It's not homework. It doesn't. It's like a treasure hunt. But when you find those coins, you like,
Whoa.
oh, this is good. This
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everybody's a pirate at heart.
So I'm just saying, that
You don't even have
strategy,
to
you
pirate
go
anymore.
across all genres. You can go from Cowboy Bebop to Carolyn Tuesday by following the director.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. And like, you know, anime isn't even a genre. It's a medium to find different genre. You can have horror, you can have mystery, you can have drama, you can have comedy, all within anime. So like, anime is not a genre. It's a way to watch, you know, content or
yeah.
media.
Media.
right. But people don't see it
Like
like
that.
that anymore. Like, okay. I just, ladies and gentlemen, eat your vegetables. You should want more from your anime. Like you should want more from your anime. And I'm a big advocate for that. And like Bree said, I totally agree. Look beyond what you're looking at. Go find out what the studio's working on. And I guarantee you, when you see those titles, your eyes just light up.
Mhm.
Your eyes just light up. You're like, oh my God.
Give it a chance. Give it a chance.
Give it a chance. And
But-
hopefully it
but-
changes.
there's one thing we all do have to acknowledge. Social media has brought in a lot of new fans, and I know I complained about money earlier, but it has brought in more money to the anime industry by growing its base.
Yeah.
So that and the streaming make it more accessible. So what does everyone think at the idea of more people coming in because of social media? I know part of me it's like, oh, I don't like that, because I see the way people discuss things on like TikTok, which is, I think we're all a little older for TikTok. We're the older generation on TikTok, and I see the younger generation popping into comments sometimes and talking about things a certain way. And it's like, ooh, I don't like how y'all are chatting. I don't like how you're talking.
We refer to them
We
as
had these
Gary like
types
the
of
worst generation,
discussions
right?
20 years ago. Yeah, it's the generation gap. A little bit generation gap, but also I feel like the way people have enjoyed anime has changed, because it's not a niche enjoyment anymore. Like, it's not vastly popular, but it is fairly mainstream.
Yeah, you're not gonna get weird looks anymore, really, if you say that you watch anime. They'll be like, "Oh, cool.
No,
What have you
not
seen?"
at all.
I was literally out at the
Michael
store
B. Jordan
today.
watches anime.
Yeah. Like I was
We've
literally out at the
come-
store, and the lady was just like, "I like your shoes," and I looked down, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm wearing One Piece shoes. Thank you."
Yeah,
Sounds
it's
great.
weird. It's weird. I remember when like just finding anime merch that was official licensed merch was so hard, and you'd have to overpay like crazy.
Talk
Like
about a treasure hunt.
it makes the products that we normally wouldn't be able to get back then a lot more accessible for us now, right? But I feel like it also kind of waters down the value of what they're pumping out, because you see something get popular and there's like 20 figures out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's a lot more like quality or quantity over quality nowadays, which kind
You
of
see that shit on Amazon for $20.
Yeah.
Let it be quality merch. You're paying that twice with shipping.
I-
Why is
Okay,
my
worth it.
Funko Pop sitting first class? I don't understand. I don't understand why I'm paying a first class ticket for a Funko Pop that's like $40, and the shipping, once you hit Apple Pay, is $150 on top of the $40. Like, sir. Just put it in a box and put some stamps on it. I don't understand. But yeah, it's
No, nothing but the best.
now true. Everything's accessible now. Like, now we're getting better merch, we're getting better streetwear, we're
There's
getting
a-
better. Not only that, there's some mangas that are getting reprinted, right? And which is awesome.
I think Black Lagoon's getting that treatment.
We love it.
Ooh.
Moggy's getting that treatment.
Love. But you see, my niece agrees.
Mhm.
Only thing how I felt about social media taking over and making anime forefront mainstream. So I'm a little toxic. So I was a little nervous. So I was like, damn, I don't want these fresh breed new people fucking up my shit, right? But then I realized, for selfish reasons, more people means more content.
Yep.
So all of y'all, if just come in. I embrace all of y'all. I don't care. Just come in, because it means for me, I get more content. And that's what I want. I just want more content on top of content. But I do at some point want Mappa to stop promoting certain series and putting episodes after episode. Sir, just relax. You're beating a dead horse. I don't want that to happen. But also, I want our new listeners, new consumers, to understand that your voices are very loud and it could be heard. So if you see something that's a niche that's not being touched by these studios, do a TikTok about it. Do something about it.
Push Akiba made war, please.
Spread some more awareness, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that. I love how we
Go
can
read
this.
Black Clover. For the love of
my
fucking
God.
God.
Come back.
Go read Black Clover. Watch the movie when it comes out.
Support it.
Support Black
I
Clover.
heard it doesn't get good for like 100 chapters.
They said the same thing about One Piece, but we're all One Piece fans here.
No,
I
no,
love,
no,
I
no.
love, I
One
love
Piece
that
started
take.
good.
I love that. It doesn't get good till after 100 chapters.
Fuck no,
I
you
love
know.
that.
I'm gonna
I
quote
love
you.
that.
Thank you.
I liked it from the beginning, personally. I mean, yeah, Asta was annoying. He was screaming all over the place, but
Read the manga.
Yeah,
just
that's
read it.
why I did that.
Yeah.
I know.
Can't hear him screaming in the manga.
Yeah, you can't hear the screaming
exactly.
in the
Yeah, and like I like
But
I
I
like
enjoyed
that.
I enjoyed Black Clover.
I'm-
Definitely got better as it progressed, and I'd say the stuff in the manga now is better than anything that's been animated personally. But I enjoyed it from the very beginning. I didn't take it super seriously. The people that said it's like a ripoff of Naruto aren't paying attention to what they're watching. Honestly,
I
it has
think that's
similarities. It's
I mean,
not a
at
copy.
I
first
think
it
that's part
felt
of
like
Black
it. It took some time to become its own.
Okay.
A little bit, yeah.
I said this, okay? For the people that are saying Black Clover is just like Naruto. My question is, what the fuck is your problem with Naruto?
Yeah, like what's wrong about that?
Yeah,
That's
what's
true.
really wild
Like-
is whenever I saw Black Clover, my first thought was fairy tale more than anything. It's like, there's
That's
magic
another
in this
take,
guild.
yeah.
Like, why are we going to Naruto?
Yes.
But I remember when it was first coming
Yes.
out, I think it was Crunchyroll that was promoting it as the next Naruto. So I think that just kind of stuck.
Put a
And when
sour
people
taste in
didn't
everybody's
get
mouth.
that,
I think
They
it was
started hating.
intended to be.
yeah.
Exactly. So as Naruto is gearing up for the end, they wanted something for, well, one, for the money, but also for the fans to get that same fix and that feeling of seeing like a scrappy underdog in a slightly like fantasy-ish world
Mhm.
growing and coming into his power to be like overwhelming god status by the end.
Yeah,
So
someone who wants
that
to be
was
the
supposed
wizard
to be- but then
Hokage,
they got
basically.
Boruto as
Wizard
well.
Hokage.
Yeah, it was what Boruto was kind of also intended to do, to continue a love along the similar veins as before. It's just they did Black Clover, which I think is more successful than Boruto, because it's at least
Thank
its independent story.
Yeah, I know it knows what it is, and it doesn't rely on like its old characters to kind of carry the show. It has unique and very interesting characters, in my opinion. I love the cast. The Black Bulls is one of my favorite group of characters in any anime.
Love 'em.
I love the
Love 'em.
way like they all fight for each other. They all have different personalities. Granted, some of those personalities I'm not a huge fan of. Like Goshen and his fucking sister complex is
Yeah.
weird as
we
fuck.
all knew
Like,
what you were talking about.
We all know that's weird. But at
We
the end of the
know.
day, I still like that they all do care about each other and that they're all like, outcasts
Bro.
essentially that have come together to fight and be like form that family.
Asta, Luck, and Magna
Magma.
were
Magma.
rolling up to save
Oh yeah, to save Finral.
Finral.
That is one of my favorite
Yeah.
scenes
Favorite
ever.
scenes ever. I get chills anytime it comes across like my TikTok feed, and I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
I
It
like
can be,
it every
they
time.
can be playing with fucking sand underneath. They can be doing whatever else. Like I will watch just that clip because I love it so much. Because I would like, part of me was just like, please take a step, please, please
Move an inch. Fuck around, find out.
give Asta and Luck the reason. Please fuck around. Please fuck around.
yeah.
Like, they wanted to murder you yesterday. Like, make it happen.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, don't come for me. My only issue, right? The reason that people are saying that, oh, it's like Naruto, it's like this, it's like that. All right, let me just say something. Battle Shonen is not that sophisticated. It's the same format, motherfuckers. Like it's the same shit. It's the redemption arc. Is this? I gotta be this.
The
And then,
rival character who's a little bit edgy. You know what? Actually, one
Who's a little
of
bit
Black
edgy?
Clover's biggest advantages right now is Asta is the type of shonen protagonist that started to go out of style. Like a little bit dumb, but super bullheaded, charge
Mhm.
forward, protects my precious people. When now the kind of battle shonen protagonists we see coming out have a little bit grimmer things to deal with. Their manga are a little bit darker and bloodier. Like when you think Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw
Mhm.
Man, Kaiju number 8.
Demon Slayer.
That's the kind of people. Demon Slayer, I think that's a good maybe midpoint.
Kind of sort of, I mean,
But,
it
like,
started
I
off
feel
pretty
like the
dark
type
for
of
him.
protagonists we
Yeah, I
see
mean-
are changing because Dark is in right now. Like Attack on
Oh
Titan.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
The more
You
mature
did not
things.
see Naruto
Sorry,
going for
guys.
genocide.
Also, Asta sticks more to the original ideals of Naruto than Naruto and Shippuden did.
Oh yeah.
Naruto Shippuden was always the chosen one.
Oh yeah, it is more of that chosen one, kind of like prophecy child.
Yeah. Asta's not
type
that.
thing. Asta's
He's
as
a
far
fucking- he's a-
as of right now, yeah, no. I really hope that they don't fucking push
I
him forward.
mean,
It's-
if you reading the manga, the lineage, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. They hinting on something.
I'm behind a month. Give me a chance. Hold on.
Asta?
As far as I know, there's no lineage.
I know
slash...
Yuno had some lineage.
Okay,
stuff.
yeah. Okay,
You know,
is a
yeah, but
complete
also
and
I
total
don't.
asshole.
I don't care for Yuno personally. That's like my biggest like.
Yes.
I don't care for Yuno.
You know, 100% ass pull like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm just saying,
I have to
if
try.
you're descendant from the same lineage of brothers who are reincarnated, the people who say it's like Naruto might be onto something.
Asta wasn't descendant of reincarnated from anybody.
Well, I mean, we don't
We
know
don't
yet.
know yet. We don't
You
know
better
yet.
not pull anything like that. I swear.
Like,
We
it
didn't
is
know
a fear.
Naruto was till Shippuden either.
If that happens, I want you guys to just be prepared. I will burn this fucking planet.
Death, destruction, domination.
Yup.
Well,
Oh
that
my
brings
God.
up another thing about social media and the anime community right now that I don't know if I love or hate.
What is it?
Still money motivated, but people are so fast to go into, if you're speaking kindly, reviews. If you're speaking not kindly, straight into spoiler territories. Like you have approximately 5 seconds the day before a new chapter is released or a new episode to start talking about it. People are talking about it before it even airs because they'll go see an episode in Japanese, self-translate it with Google Translate, and then post the spoilers right away. So it's like, ha, first one here, tag.
And it goes as far as to even manga. I have been spoiled about manga stuff for One Piece before the fan translations have come out. How is that even possible?
Right?
How? It hasn't even been translated into English. There's no official scans. And I already know, like, the most important thing. Like, how the fuck does that happen? I have to stay away from social media the week of, like, a big chapter.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. But, you know, it is what it is. It's like, you know, it's a dog world. Like,
that's the world we live in. Yeah.
It is. But sometimes you get so excited.
It is.
It's not me, though. It's not me. I wait.
One Piece took a 2-week break. We should probably stay off social media, Gary.
I've been off social media, homie.
I didn't think about that.
Right?
You know what? Oda's sick. We're sick.
let's all take a break.
I feel like in the past, it used to be like after the episode, the discussion boards might have already started. So people can go and chat, and it's always very exciting. But now part of it is that a lot of things can be bulk released. I'm talking about the Netflix anime, although Netflix gotten better. Disney with some of theirs started. Like simulcast makes it better.
Yeah.
But these days now it is like first one to the button rather than, you know, let's wait till everyone see it and then go over to the chat lines.
Yeah.
Not necessarily everyone's seeing it, but like it let it build. You could go online without immediately seeing X character dies this episode a week in advance.
Like, wait, what?
And speaking of dying, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. This is something I wanted to bring up ever since Anime Alchemists said they were going to come and do this collab with us. So just recently, we got, it was tweeted that Oda said going into this next arc.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yes. It's some shit.
Yeah, some big things might happen. He says that apparently a major character might die this year. That's basically what he said, and
that's what he said.
Scary.
That's exactly what he said. I am terrified.
Oh, it's probably Garp.
I don't fucking know. It could be Garp. It could be Usopp. It could be anybody.
I think it could be Shanks.
Shanks?
But like he said stuff like that before and not followed up. You know what I mean? And like I'm not gonna talk about any spoilers.
Always take this into consideration. Oda is the biggest fucking troll on this planet.
He likes to troll his fans. Like, for example, my friend Eric, he's been reading the manga for years, and one of the biggest examples of him kind of like, not necessarily trolling, but not always like following through with what he says. There, like, while we were in Whole Cake, I think, he said, all right, this is the year that I'm starting like Wano arc, the most anticipated arc. And then he didn't start it for like another year and a half because he still keeps going. You know what I mean? So like, you got to take even what he says with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? I think like, he says things to see a reaction, but it may not be as literal as it may seem.
I don't know if this is completely accurate, but I saw a thing that that Oda Googles Luffy's moves sometimes because he forgets them.
I believe
it. I wouldn't blame him.
There's a lot.
But
like,
you know, it's understandable. It is Goda.
You got everything in the base form, everything in gear second, everything in gear third.
Yeah, there's a
gear
lot.
Fourth,
and there's just a lot of characters to keep up with too. He's always introducing more characters.
It is.
So,
I always say that Oda's house, that room where he writes One Piece, wall full of characters with strings connecting to each character on how they met.
He looks like Charlie from fucking It's Always Sunny.
It's like you have to keep track at every character. I was like, oh my God, what are you doing at episode 866? I saw you episode 26. Like, it doesn't make sense.
He doesn't forget.
You always forget, and let them not have the same haircut. You totally forget until the backstory comes in and you hear the ending music. Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah,
so I just hope it is a trick. I hope he is trolling. Because if Jinbei dies, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That's the thing. There's no character that could be. Yeah, it can't be anyone major in my opinion. I think it'll be.
He said major.
No
one's safe. No one is safe.
I mean, major. It could be anyone. It could be like Helmeppo.
No, the only person who's safe
Kobe.
is Cabbage.
Cabbage.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Why?
I am excited to see what happens though. But...
I mean, it could be Smoker.
All right, but when it happens,
hopefully it's Kobe.
Spoilers will be there immediately.
Why? Hopefully.
Because
I feel like that'd be a great end for him. He's fighting against. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Kobe has been here since the beginning.
He got to do more. He's set up to do.
Actually, I think for we meet Kobe before we meet Luffy.
That's true.
We meet Nami first.
We meet Nami first, technically.
Before
Actually,
Luffy.
yeah, Nami was very first.
But you want to know something about Smoker? I think he has the cure for lung cancer. He's not telling people.
You know,
He's doing 3 cigars at one time.
He's a
Because
smoke man.
his lungs are made out of smoke. He's fine.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
it's just one of those buffs.
Is kill him and take the fruit.
It's like we theorized that what was killing Whitebeard was the tremor fruit. Like he was always in a constant state of having a seizure.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, I forgot we talked about that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And like,
It would make more sense
why it
if
was-
he had,
'cause, like,
osteoporosis, just weak bones.
like you look at Kaido and you look at Big Mom. They're relatively among the same age, and like they're
They're
fine.
fine.
Kaido's
That's
pretty
true.
prosperous. I mean, even fucking Garp. Garp's clearly older. I mean,
But he's still kicking ass.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. That's
Sure.
man. Shout out to everybody's daddy. No, because, let me tell you something.
Mihawk.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
I love how Oda introduced us to Whitebeard. When I saw him in the anime, he had an IV in his arm. I was like, oh man.
This man's juicing.
For real. And when it came time for him to do what he had to do, I was like, who is this old man? I was like, yo, this guy's amazing.
Yeah.
I love
that
him.
whole island, basically.
For real.
Let me just say this, because we're amongst One Piece fans. I have to say this, and then we're done. I watched anime for years, more than 10, more than 15, right? I wasn't a One Piece fan till recently. And I tell you this now, ladies and gentlemen, I never really fully appreciated anime until I tapped into One Piece.
Same.
I can 100% agree with that statement.
It's just
No
perfection.
anime can perfectly represent the evolution of anime from the 90s to current time.
That is a
I totally
great
agree.
way
I
to
agree
phrase
with
that.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I
Like,
totally
if
agree.
you want a visual representation of the evolution of anime, watch One Piece.
Bro, yeah, that's so true. Like
Mhm.
even in the early episodes of One Piece, that there's that charm to it. You know, they
Mhm.
like really emphasize certain thing that like makes you want to continue watching, and like that's how they did it back then, man.
Yeah, they didn't have to rely on like super crazy fights or top tier animation though. They had to carry it with the charm, the adventure, the comedy.
You got Luffy
know?
grabbing his cheek going Gomu Dakada. Like, dude, we don't get that
Nah,
anymore. It's
what got me
amazing.
for One Piece is when I first watched it and he first met Kobe. This is why I know I got hooked very soon. I'd seen a lot of protagonists up before that point, but for the first time, Kobe was thinking, "Oh, my life is hard," and Luffy's just like, "I don't give a damn."
I don't give a
Did I say I cared about your life?
It's like,
You're
bro.
gonna be a bitch. You're gonna be a bitch. Don't put that on me. Right away. He doesn't
It's
want to
just-
be a hero. He just wants his meat.
Yo,
Like-
that was wild when he said that.
Dude, I just took a nap in a barrel.
Breathe. He just wants his meat. Okay, I got you. We are so canceled right now. We're so
Well,
canceled.
that's it.
Oh,
That's
trust me.
like the
We
I
got
direct
already,
canceled 45 minutes ago.
yeah.
That's true.
And
That's
honestly,
true.
if it was going to happen, we would have been like 35 episodes ago.
Oh, dude.
Trust me,
Dude,
I
what was that?
kept it-
What was
I
that
kept it
episode?
Very mundane.
What was that episode where you made fun of Boji?
Oh God.
No, that was him.
Shut up. Fuck you. I make
We
fun
were
of
talking
Boji.
about we were talking about like
No,
what
no,
you
no,
would
no,
get
no.
like characters for Christmas,
Yeah.
right? And Martine, he said, what did you say?
A hearing aid.
A hearing aid, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
would it work?
This is all jokes.
And then we started talking about things like we couldn't get in, like an iPod.
Well, I mean,
That,
if
see,
he has
that
a
was
hearing
them.
aid-
They keep it going. I say
Yeah,
one
that's on
comment
you
and I
guys.
move on.
But if he has
That
the
is
hearing aid, wouldn't the
so
iPod not be a
blended.
great gift?
I feel like it would be. Yeah.
That's
At
true.
this
I
point?
love that though.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I
Need
would
season 2 to be better.
brother, but I couldn't. Like, you know, or maybe a better writer for the last 2 episodes. That was one too. Oh my God. Ranking of Kings have so much potential. Why did this happen? Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm so frustrated. The last 3 episodes, I was just like scratching my ass. Like, this
So
can't
dumb.
be it.
I'm
No,
hoping
no.
season 2 is gonna be like really,
I
really
think
good.
they're doing a movie.
Oh, y'all pulling up for season 2?
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
excited for it.
I'm
I'm excited.
gonna watch the next season.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
They
give
did
it a
enough
chance.
good work in the first few episodes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I really liked the characters and their motivations at the start. You know, and the way they sprinkled in the magic and everything.
Mhm.
So hopefully when they expand it, it's not too rapid pace.
Mm.
I mean, it got dark real quick. You know me.
That's
I
the
love the dark.
thing. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to get dark, but that's what
Nah,
hooked
you
me.
know
I was
what?
like,
Yo, did you see the
Cute
art
today.
cover?
Oh my God, why?
I was like, when we saw the art cover, what did we all say? Who's this baby with the diaper on the throne?
Like, who cares
We
about
thought
this?
it was gonna be.
Yeah.
We thought it was gonna be trash, and then Derby was like, "Huh, Patty, our taxi." I said, "Okay, you know what? This might be our taxi for this." But we sat there, we ate it up until they brought the last course. I was like, "Who wrote this? Did somebody go
Didn't
on
make
break?
it.
Did somebody catch
Fumbled the
COVID?
bag.
Was somebody on vacation and approved this and not letting the other people know that this was approved? What happened? Was there a budget? Did somebody had to be like, okay, we need to finish this the last week? I don't know what it was, but the way they ended off with Shorty, that bitch that was in the fucking mirror.
Maranjo.
Maranjo.
Yeah, I wasn't
I
a
mean,
fan
did
of
you
that.
guys all?
Yeah.
I watched that feeling like Moranjo was kind of the king's side hoe. Then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
with the king's son, I was like, whoa, what?
Yeah, man.
First of all,
We gotta
I'm
keep it in the
marrying
family.
her. Why?
no.
Oh,
First of
oh
all,
no.
I'm from New York. Side bitches know where to put their spot at. You know where your place is.
Yeah, in the
And
mirror.
if dude ain't putting you in your place, then he's lost all control of the ship. That is it. I don't understand how you sit there, you do all this. Not only will I forgive you, this dude wants to you get a husband and you get to be a part of royalty. The way I threw my remote,
Right. The way I would have slapped that boy if he was my son. That hoe just tried to kill me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and his
Yeah.
mom just
Yeah.
was okay with it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like the amount of people who are dead because of her
Uh-huh.
in this kingdom that you're supposed to be running. What?
And she's
Yeah,
just
no,
pulling
but-
the strings, bro.
Boji
This
didn't
is-
get his strength. This is bullshit.
It is. And you want to know something? There's a lot of situations where kids do stupid stuff, and you can't blame the parents because kids are their own people. But in this scenario, the mother was there, and I believe the mother should get the shit smacked out of her. Why are you sitting there? You think this is okay? You think this is okay? Put some sense into your son. I don't understand. Why was this okay? Who approved this?
Yeah.
Who
I
approved
agree.
this? I didn't think they would have the balls to come out with a season 2, but you see, my niece agrees with me. I don't
Sheesh.
understand why this was.
I still have a little bit of hope. I think it'll be okay. And honestly, like, give it a chance. Remember, it goes back to what we were saying. Like, we first looked at it and I was not interested at all because of just honestly the art style. I
Yeah.
fell into that hole and I was like, I don't like the way it looks. It looks childish. But then, like, give it just 2 or 3 episodes and you'll very clearly see it's not what you
If it
think.
gets back,
Bro,
if it
the
gets back to that
animation.
core, it'll be amazing. If they actually have
Yeah.
like the political battles, the actual ranking of the kings,
Yes.
it'll be amazing. If it lets us know what is the prize when you get to number 1 and why is it terrible, it will be amazing.
Yeah.
I
Is
just
that
need it to
crazy
not do
dude in
that
the
last
woods?
2-3 episodes nonsense.
Yeah.
That crazy dude in the woods actually the first king, like the first ranked king, because that's my theory, and I want it confirmed.
I like that. I like
I like that theory. Yeah.
You know what? It's so crazy how we sat up here and we talked about art styles when we watched One Piece. One Piece
That's
is not
exactly-
the like.
That-
One
I was
Piece is
about to
really
say,
the art style.
The
Yeah,
art
you was about
style
to
is
say
what
too.
got me on it.
Yeah.
Like I saw a clip and I was like, damn, that looks like Disney but anime. I gotta check this shit out.
Disney, but anime.
When?
And
Did
it
you
was
see the clip, like,
fire.
before 2010 at least? Because if it was in the 2000s and you saw the clip, I understand how you could suddenly be interested in it. But I feel like that is one of the biggest barriers to entry for One Piece. But at the same time, if you can get over that barrier and watch One Piece, it opens up all the rest of anime to
Oh,
you too.
yeah.
So I feel like you cannot judge an art style if you've been watching One Piece since like
Yes.
East Blue. If you can
Yes.
watch
Oh,
East
yeah,
Blue
for sure.
animation on One Piece, then animation will never be a problem for you. You don't need
That's right.
Chainsaw Man level. You don't need
No.
Demon Slayer level.
No.
You can
Yeah.
see past it and just see the core of something.
Mhm.
Me personally, I had trust issues. I don't trust any character that don't have eyelids. Luffy don't have eyelids. If you like this all the time, and I don't know what emotion you have, I'm just like, no,
He's always
you like
smiling.
but that's
He's
No.
living his best life.
I read the
Hungry and
eyes.
happy.
Nah, I read the
Basically
eyes.
high.
My own life.
Well, but I thank One Piece for that too, because we're able to not overlook, but I mean, art is subjective. We can say that, right? But the fact that Oda, I think Oda's a great artist. I'm not gonna hold you. I actually saw a video of him actually draw. He draws really fast, and he's just like, first of all, real quick, we'll sidebar for Oda. Can you please make the panels a little bigger? Because I hate when
That
you
is
put
my
Oda-
biggest complaint about the
I hate
manga.
that. I
It's
need a
really
magnifying
crammed.
glass So why? And then every single panel is very important and essential to all the stuff that he's writing.
He'll
Like,
do
you want to make
the
it
tiniest
in-
little panel, and there's so much
Right.
detail, right? And I get it. He wants to fit a lot of stuff in there, but just like I wish it could just be
It was bigger.
spread out a little bit more. You know what I mean? I miss
Right.
stuff sometimes, but no, I
He's the
100%
reason I wear
agree.
glasses now. Like, terrible.
Damn.
But I feel like what Oda tries to project when he tries to do the art, when he does the art style the way he does, based with the story being as great as it is, I think it's a balance of both, right? He wants the characters to still be likable, lovable, funny, but also when it gets dark and gets serious, it can get serious. But don't forget also that there is a silver lining behind all this hardship, behind slavery, behind corporate greed, behind the government, behind the backstories, and they still had the. I don't know. It's just everywhere. It's the fact that Oda gave us Sanji's backstory in 800 and so. Like, come
So
on.
fucking
Yeah, for real.
You thought you knew his
You thought
backstory.
you knew him.
Psych.
Wait,
Here's the explanation for that fucking bounty poster.
man,
Go.
that was everything. Loved it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I think that's the balance. Like, not all artwork have to be like, not all animations have to be top tier. Like you
Yeah.
said, Chainsaw Man and Vinland Saga type style.
Yeah, if you have a good story and you know where you're going with it, the animation really is not going to matter that much, honestly. Like, I think
Right.
it carries enough of my attention really to keep wanting to know what's going to happen next. Like, that's what I want. You know, I want to get attached to these characters. I want to follow the story. I want to see them accomplish their goals. That is what hooked me on One Piece. Not the animation, not the fights, is the story and the
The story.
characters.
It's definitely One Piece. Definitely sophisticated my palette. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh,
And this is why we so dope as One Piece fans, because you know what? When a person says, "Oh, I don't want to watch One Piece, it's too long," then you don't need to. It's okay.
It's okay. You don't deserve
Why?
it.
Well, you don't look at the numbers at One Piece. It's a journey. You don't pay If you're
Exactly.
paying attention to the numbers, you're not enjoying One Piece.
Agreed.
If you are paying it, you're not, and it's not meant for you. It's for people like me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
And
not
it's-
long
I was
enough.
gonna say I blinked and we went from 1,000 to 1053.
Yeah, those
Damn.
episodes flew by.
Like,
I remember
53?
yeah.
Yeah, I remember
wow.
watching y'all's reaction to the 1,000th episode. I remember when we recorded and
Oh, that
everything,
was
bro.
beautiful.
Yeah,
They redid the opening.
so
oh,
good.
I
So
loved
good.
that
beautiful.
so much.
I'm glad
I'm
I
so
reacted
mad
to
at
it.
myself because it was on the newspaper and I did not buy that
That
article.
Oh,
That paper,
damn.
Yeah.
That would've been
and
cool.
I learned later, somebody told me on Instagram that you can actually order a newspaper 10 days from when it released and they'll send it to your home. But he told me on day 11.
Oh,
So I was
Oh, damn.
like, this is a
That's rough.
special place in hell for people like me.
yeah.
Well,
Like, you
next
had all
time.
my info yesterday, even the day before yesterday. But no, you decided to tell me on the 11th day. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's like, why would you even bother telling me this information? Like, what good does it do me?
Right. And oh, this is one of my favorite quotes. When I talk about One Piece. It may not be your favorite, but it's your favorite's favorite. You may
Oh.
not like One Piece, but all the other mangakas out there,
Oh, they all put it.
be
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a
dream
good
to
point.
be One Piece level.
Mhm.
One Piece level. So
100%.
if that doesn't convert you, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what will. If this episode don't do it for you, I don't know what
Oh,
will.
for real.
I don't know what will. But it's been a journey, and oh man, I
It's
love
been so
it,
much
and I
fun.
can't wait.
Mhm.
It's
yeah, you never regret being a One Piece fan.
Oh,
Absolutely.
never,
Nope.
never.
And
It
you never
only
will.
keeps paying off.
Anybody who says like, "Oh, I watched One Piece and I didn't like it," you're fucking lying.
You did.
You really watch
You're trying to be the hipster. Trying to be the
Trying
cool
to be
kid.
different, Yeah.
You just don't want to admit that you like it more than Naruto now.
See, it's a big three for a reason. It's not. It's not up for debate. Big three is a real thing. It's
Mhm.
not. You can
And
change
it's
it.
never
all you want.
changing. It's staying the same.
Never. It's gonna be what it is, and that's the big three. And One
Yeah.
Piece is still.
The top of the big
Motherfucker,
three.
it's still going.
It's still
Like,
carrying shonen, bro. Like
Still
easily.
going, still in the top 5 like all the time.
It's competing with like best, like Luffy got best character or favorite character next to like Joel from The Last of Us and other fucking characters like in mainstream
Media.
TV shows and
For the
media.
past 2 years, Okay.
Mhm.
Last year, it was the #1 watched TV show above Stranger Things and Wednesday.
And House of the Dragon.
Okay.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
And the manga is the second most sold comic book in the world, above Batman and below Superman.
654
And-
million copies in circulation.
And take this into consideration. Superman and Batman have so many reboots, alternate timelines, different artists. This is One Piece, one coherent story, and it competes with the biggest.
Well, yeah.
Like,
Can I just say this? Goku could never. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Goku could never. But it's amazing to see that, and y'all, it's just to be alive right now at this time, to just
Oh, yeah.
for real.
It's a good time to be an anime fan.
Yeah, we're eating, man.
Man, it's just awesome. And I hope I know our biggest concern is the voice actress who does Luffy's voice, because she's thinking about retiring and she's trying to look for another person to do Luffy. I just want her to live long enough to do it. Just think of Jason.
She did recently come out and say that she can do another 10 years.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like, I'm ready to go.
It's
But
on
she also been
dedication,
grooming someone
Like
to
she
take over.
She
Yeah.
talked to Oda. and-
Choose a different word.
yeah.
Yeah, she is. Yes. Kaizukwani.
Bro, imagine like that's my grandma. She's over here. That'd be so dope.
What? I would make her do my voicemails on my phone.
For
all the
real.
time in Japanese. You crazy? No, I want her to sing the one that she sung on Skypea.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Yes.
And I'll come in, beep. Leave a message after the tone.
Oh, that would be the greatest
gosh,
grandma ever.
Right.
What is man, I don't need Thanksgiving to
Well-
come to your house, bitch. I'm coming tonight.
Do you
it's-
guys know that she's been dubbing Krillin since Dragon Ball?
Yes, she has. Yes, she has.
Like,
As a matter of fact, there's an episode where her phone rings and it's a One Piece.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, in the Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Super
yeah,
episode.
it is. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. Like, she's an OG voice actor. Oh my goodness.
All right, with that, I think it's about time we all
Yeah.
start wrapping things up. So since we're all
Yeah.
visiting each other's
Sorry, sorry.
podcast,
Mm-hmm.
give socials for everyone so everyone knows where to find the others.
Okay,
Please.
so you guys can always listen to the podcast every Wednesday on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and Spotify podcaster app now. I can't say Anchor
Oh,
anymore.
yeah.
Anchor's not a thing.
Well, Anchor is still technically a thing. I think it's just owned by
The
Spotify
app
now.
is no longer that.
You still know how to act
It's
look?
called
The
the
app-
Spotify for podcasters.
Mhm.
Yes,
Oh, I
it's
gotta update my app then. Mine still says Anchor.
You guys can check. You guys can actually watch the video a day early on the Spotify through that, or you guys can watch it on YouTube. Anime Alchemist Podcast comes out on Thursday. You can always check out my fuck you TikTok at MVJoro,
My Negarish Mataro.
and then you can also check out the podcast TikTok at the Anime Alchemist Podcast. And if you guys are also ever looking for like another anime community, if you guys ever want to talk some shit, maybe role play, watch some anime, we have a Discord. It is the Misdirection Pirates, and
They have anime debates on.
yeah, we have anime debates every Saturday.
Yep.
They
do the role playing as well too.
And then if you guys don't know, and you guys are just hearing this, we do have merch. So I don't know if you guys know this, and it's cool. Like we have a little mascot character. His name's Anthony, aka Tony.
An
He's
Italian accent.
he's Tony. Yeah, with the Italian accent, you got to get the Tony. He's an anime alchemist, and we took like the inspiration from Oda's cover stories, and we are creating a story for Anthony as he travels throughout the anime multiverse. And so this first one, he's literally busting out of a barrel. He's got like a beaker in his hand, and it's his design, and it's in a One Piece style.
Yeah, the art style.
And then in the back, at like he's busting out like on a port, you see Bartholomew's ship, and like that's just it. Like it's just and then we
It's
put
him
like
being
on a
introduced
shirt, on
into
a
the
hoodie.
anime
It's
world.
really cool.
Who's drawing this? Who's drawing this?
We had a
five
custom
artists.
designer or a graphic designer do it for us.
You guys got money. Stop playing.
Nah.
No.
Took it out of my savings. Don't worry.
Yeah, honestly. Like I don't
Worth
eat
it.
sometimes,
Worth it.
It's
Worth
alright,
it.
It's all right. Yeah.
but yeah.
But if you guys don't know, we'll have all their infos on the bottom of this video. So you can always stay tuned with Anime Alchemists. They've been great. I just want to say thank you guys for taking the time to collab with us. I love your TikToks. When y'all go live and y'all set up, I'm like, oh man, this is so fire.
Oh, we
I-
appreciate it. Thank you so
Fire.
much. And it's been
Well, thank
great.
you.
This has
Yes.
been one of my
Maddie,
favorite
you need
ones.
to
Yeah.
give them our stuff too.
Yeah.
Can I give them their flowers before I sit there?
Yeah.
Now you're hesitant to drop our name? Now you have a problem with it?
All right.
Foreplay. I appreciate foreplay. Thank you. Don't just
That's a little bit. That's a little bit. I mean, oh, God, you so raw. Anyway, Black Ramen Podcast. You can find us, ladies and gentlemen, on Instagram at Black Ramen Podcast, all one word spelled. I changed that. Thank you. We have a link tree where it takes us to where it can take you to all our merch, our videos on YouTube. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a Discord as well. We talk a lot of shit on there too. Just go on there. We got a segment on there. We got a little what you want? A chat where it says better than Shonen. Please put everything all the titles that you're watching this year that you think is too good to be shonen, put it in there. We want to see. We want the community to grow and just know all the titles that they should be talking about and not just your basics. Not only that, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a Patreon. If you want us to eat more ramen and have more flavor packets this year, go to our Patreon, donate, be nice, be generous so we can continue to collab with great people like Anime Alchemists, and everybody that's on TikTok that's really doing their best to make sure the anime community grows. Not to mention, if you want drip, if you want pins, we got cool pins too. Just go to our Redbubble, get our merch, and hopefully we get to see some of y'all at DreamCon. Don't know. Hopefully we get to see y'all at DreamCon, and we are doing another anime karaoke event. Stay tuned so we could tell you when. And I think I covered all the bases. Did I do okay, Bree? Because I see you glaring at me. What happened?
I had to make sure you got it right.
All right.
Yeah, I approve.
Appreciate it.
Y'all, I don't know if you guys like conventions. Y'all have got to try to come out to Houston for Anime Matsuri. It's amazing, and it's also one of the only conventions that will allow Vic Mignogna. So I don't know if you guys know who that is, but that's the
voice actor for Broly.
It's the dub voice actor for Broly, and
Edward
Elric.
Oh, him.
Yes.
Oh
So.
my God. So we could go and see him and do an exchange.
We met him. He was so nice.
Such a nice guy.
We gave him one of our shirts, and he signed all of us a Funko. He was so incredibly nice.
Very respectful.
Yes. And he would he'd do his thing at his table for 15-20 minutes, then he'd come out to the line and he'd dress and be like, "Hey guys, I really appreciate you. I'm so sorry you guys have to wait in line. I just you guys, there's so many of you guys, and I'm trying to get through you as fast as I can, but I still want to give you all this at the same time."
The only guest or voice actor that would come out and constantly interact with the line too, while also meeting and greeting people coming through. Such a nice guy.
No, I heard about that convention. I think I was with Durs. We went to Philly. We went to Philly Fan Expo, and one of the vendors was like, "That's the best convention that you could go to because you get to interact with anybody, all the vendors, all the voice actors."
It's
so we're
much fun.
definitely gonna try. It's just Houston heat be whipping our asses. This is crazy. I never ever counted a sweat that went down my back to my ass crack. I was like, "Oh my God, terrible." This
get used to it.
Heat. This is devil's heat. This is the devil's heat. But yeah, we'll definitely if we do decide to come and get press passes, we'll definitely let you know that we probably could do a live
Podcast.
recording.
Oh hell yeah. We'll
be
make
amazing.
some real good content out of it. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Durs, Bree, any final words? Did I do okay for the plug-in, or did I miss something?
Excellent plug-in. And yeah, thanks guys. It was really nice chatting with you.
Yeah,
It was so
nice
nice
talking
to meet you guys.
So much.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys.
All right, thanks for
Thank you. And Alchemist out.
helping us out.
Alchemist
You
out.
guys are honorary Alchemist now.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.